The old school
The old school
chirps?
No, where my man be standing there with all the people behind him.
Oh yeah.
That's how it is when I wake up in the morning. It's like my thoughts with all the thoughts behind them. Like, what's up, nigga? Like, you ready? Like, you know what I mean? You know how what's the shit now? The Apple that everybody be wearing.
I can't get with the VR.
Yeah, that's
too much for me.
I already got that.
But you see everything. Do you see everything
I
visually?
got that shit already.
That's how it be.
It's like files in my head. I got the checklist.
I got to turn the tabs off.
Yeah.
I thought I was the only person that did that.
No, I'm like that
and
too.
I think that's what made me be creative because I see everything visually. I can't not I used to be really good at tests because if I can
if you can
look
see
at it, I remember it.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
You know
I used to when I was in school. I used to what's that? My sophomore year, we had like wood tech. You know where you like make shit out of wood.
Yeah.
I used to be like the nigga in there, like not follow the measurements, just looking at the shit.
Yeah, I look
at the model
right.
and just chopping wood. Turn mine in first. They like, yo, you ain't even like follow the measure. I'm like,
but no, look at my shit. It makes
like
sense.
Nigga. It looked just like that.
I spent the night at my mama's house. She still got my. I made her like a piggy bank in woodshop class. That bitch, I ain't gonna lie, that bitch hard.
Yeah.
I could have had a little career off of that.
That'd be funny being at mom's house and you just see like old artifacts in your life.
Nigga.
Yo, I was really on that at that time.
Bro, that bitch is stained. The nails and everything is flush. I'm like, this is A+.
Kept up.
This is crazy.
Kept my mom literally dead ass over the summer. Like showed me a picture of showed me my senior class ring. Was like, here. I was like, I don't want it. Like, you keep it. Like,
you gotta put that bitch like
what I'm gonna do at this point in my life?
How old are you?
I'm 38.
Oh, you're 12 years older than me. I know that. You graduated high school in 2004. Yeah. I do my studies. I do my little research.
A little bit.
Yeah. No, yeah, nigga. I graduated in 2016. I was just talking about that shit with the homie. Like,
that could
be
so
10
weird.
years.
That'd be so crazy for me now because it's like now I'm at the part of my life where it's like I'm the OG.
Yeah.
But like coming up, I was always running with older people, so I was always like the young one.
Yeah.
Like, you get what I'm saying? Now I'm looking at like the older, like the young OG, and then like all of my squad is like your age, and like I'm running around in worlds of like full of like people like your age, like you get what I'm saying? Your age.
That's like the.
It's so crazy to me, but it's like I find myself like not being one of them like older dudes that's like out the loop. Like I'm like.
I'm about to say that's what's keeping you young. You feel me? Like.
Yeah.
But then when you young, you're around older people. That's what puts you hip to be able to be around young people. Yeah. It's finally your time to be the OG.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah. No, that's real. Because it's like nothing can substitute experience.
Yeah.
Like the goal. I heard somebody say the goal is to grow old. Somebody was like getting on somebody on the internet about them being old, and his reply, I forget who it was. He started off by saying, "First of all, the goal is to grow old." And I was like, "Damn!" I just grabbed that message and applied it to anything I'm going through in life.
We I don't want to say just black people in general, but just in general, dog. Like we forget how, nigga. Like my grandma is like a artifact. Like she knows and has seen and experienced and has so many memories and perspective that like. Yeah. And it's like I just try to talk to her all the time because there's no way to pull that information out of it. It's not like a hard drive where I can just look at it. You know what I mean? Like I gotta talk to her and get it out of her. You know what I mean? But then conversation is shit. Depending on how I might ask you or talk to you about something, we'll get 10, 20 different responses.
It's kind of like what we were talking about earlier when we were talking about perspective and POV.
Yeah.
I always say your perspective and POV is everything. Like it like determines your decision making, like versus like you can go versus whoever based off your POV.
Yeah.
Because you've seen a different POV. Like, yo, okay, I'm seeing this totally different. So it's like that's how like older people be. They got the wisdom. They just seeing the board.
Yeah.
That's how I be. So I find myself being like that now. Like I remember when I was young and different OGs or my dad and uncles and be like, man, you don't even know. Like I'll be like, I used to look at them like, you don't know what the fuck you talking about. But now as I get older, I find myself looking at people like that, like, oh, I can see exactly where they at in life right now.
And it's crazy because it's like,
you know what I mean?
I play Monopoly a lot. This random ass analogy.
Yeah.
But it's like you go around the board enough times, you play that game enough times. It's like, nah, nigga, I'm skipping past these.
Your strategy is different.
I might not even need Boardwalk. I ain't got enough tape to maintain Boardwalk.
You what it is, it's like that cliche saying, like, you really graduate from checkers to chess.
Yeah.
Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, you really start, like, I guess it's like the, like, effect, like, the less is more. Like, you know what I mean? That's how it was, like, just work even throughout my, like, career. Like, you get to certain rooms. It's like playing a video game. And you playing, and you get to a certain level. And when you get to that level, you realize, like, yo, I didn't even have to do a lot of shit that I was doing that I thought I needed to do.
You doing with the side missions and shit.
Yeah, you like, I didn't even.
This has nothing to do with the main story.
And that's how life is. Like, you get to where you at, like, you hit some of them checkpoints, and you finally get there, and you like, I did all this dumbass shit that I thought I needed to do to get here, and you finally get there, and it's like, oh, I didn't need to do that. I guess that's a part of life.
I was recently talking to the homie, like, cause he like younger than me, probably about like 2-3 years, and I was like, how did it feel when you got everything you thought you like needed to get? And he like, how did it feel when I thought I got everything I thought I was supposed to get? And I'm like, yeah, that's a loaded question. Ooh. But you know what I mean? Like, I'm 2 years older than you, but I've been doing like this certain path for a certain amount of time, so then it's like our age, but in career age.
Right.
You know what I mean? So how long have I been working, how long have I been dedicating my time, my energy is. So it's like, nigga, I done seen like being up at getting 100,000, 200,000 likes on Twitter off the video and be like, oh, this is not what I even care about. I'm not even fulfilling nothing.
You know, it's like the analogy how, like, me and my homies always talk about, like, you do something, like, I'm sure you go through it too, where it's like, you might do something, it might make a splash, and you come back, save impact, and you're like, I know this is harder than that, but it don't make the same splash, and then you be telling your homies, like, these niggas move the goalposts. Like, so we be always saying, you know they don't move the goalposts, cause it's you. So, but it's the same, we do the same thing. It's like, to answer that question, we move the goalposts on ourselves. Like, what was it like to get to where you want it? And you get to where you want it, you happy, but it's kind of a little bit bittersweet.
What else can I do?
You want more now. It's like, you don't move the goalposts. Like, nigga, this ain't nothing. It's like, oh, but you was grinding 10 years. But now this ain't nothing. You want this, that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, it's a never ending frenzy. Like, I envy people. I hate to say like normal, but I envy people who, when I look at them, I can tell they like chilling, they complacent. They like, yo, I made it, I'm lit, this is it. Like, if I could do this for the next 30 years, like, and retire
life
or
is
whatever,
fulfilled.
like, it's like I envy and admire them, because I'm like, damn, like, sometimes I get mad, like, why am I so ambitious?
Do you know why? Do you think? What do you think it is? Because we were just talking a second ago, and it's like I think my mind is never like, my mind doesn't stop, so I'm always thinking about something. So it's not that I'm not even like happy or like satisfied, but it's like,
I've been trying to work on this whole thing of like how people say like being in the moment.
Yeah.
Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I was just telling somebody, like, the worst part of anything for me, anything I create, is when it's time to release it to the world.
Yeah.
I'm sick.
My favorite part is the process.
Yeah, like I'm loving getting up every day. Like, I feel like Jay Reed on In Too Deep, when they pulled me out the case and put me on the farm and it made me go grow my dreads and go to college. I want to get back in the case. I want to go back undercover. I want to get back to work, dude. So it's like, I love just work. I think I feed off that. Like, I seen Michael Rubin say like, yo, I'm going to do this shit till I'm like 60, till I'm like 80, till I die if I can. Like, I don't know. I love to just make stuff. I love to be a part of stuff. Like, you know what I mean? I love to it don't even gotta be my own thing. I love to like help other people make stuff. Like, that's just, there's nothing more satisfying than like having something in your brain.
And bring it to the physical world.
You bring that to the world, dog.
Bro,
what?
It's just like alchemy, my nigga.
It's like a kid.
But it's just like, and when it aligns exactly with how you saw it in your mind,
you fuck them up, and then it scares the fuck out of you.
Yeah, he's like, what the
it's
fuck? How did I do this?
It's like Oppenheimer. Watch that bomb go boom. Oh shit, we about to kill everybody. that's how I feel. Like, ooh, this shit too good. I get anxiety. Like, oh, this too good. Wait till we put this out. And then it's like, I'm sad. It's like a bittersweet. Like, everybody tagged me, yo, I got it. I was like, I'm almost like, dang, like, okay.
I struggle with releasing stuff.
Yeah.
Cause like, I be like, man, like, I gotta just sit with this and love on this like by myself first.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Cause like,
I it made me understand. Funny thing you said that. You know how like you see celebrities, like creators like wearing samples early, and you be like, yo, like, I used to think, it's like one of the things you said before I got to that level. I used to think they were just doing that to like flex on niggas.
Yeah.
Like I used to be thinking like, or like when an artist like up a song on their story, and you be like, yo, when you put that shit out, like you get what I'm saying. I used to think they doing that to like flex on niggas, and then when they come out, they not wearing it no more. They own it like something else. It's like now I get it. Like you get what I'm saying. It's like that creation process. Like this is mine. Like I'm wearing these samples, like I'm doing. It's like having to, like you in Michigan, you see the fucking test cars driving all around, all covered, all up. They
wrapped up.
They testing the F-150s to the limit, the electric joints, all that, and it's like that's for them. Yeah. Then they gonna rip all the plastic off and give it to the world, and you gonna look up. They not driving that no more. Yeah. It's like you gotta be constantly into. Now I get. I'm like, yo, they want flexing. It's just cause they were so in love in that moment.
Yeah, because like for me, I would say with like creating, it's like, especially in the space we are in, you know what I mean, where it's, you can quantify the success of it. Mm-hmm. There's a number that attaches to it that could define the success, you know what I mean? Did it sell the right amount of numbers, the estimated what we wanted to do? Did we go over green? You know what I mean? Like those things, that don't work well with art, you know what I mean? Like when you just are thinking freely and want to create freely. So like when I make something, I'm like, I know I'm about to release this, I'm gonna sell this at some point, but I'm gonna put this motherfucker on. I'm gonna be happy with the quality.
Yeah, I'm
you know what I mean?
It.
And then
I'm gonna break it all the way in, so I'm gonna be able to stand on it.
Yeah, so by the time y'all get it, I'm like, nah, nigga, it's this price because it is. If we don't sell, I'm still happy with what I made.
Care. Like this is for me. I'm really making stuff for me, and I'm sharing it with y'all.
Yeah, so like, this is. I hope y'all like what I like, but at the end of the day, I gotta be proud about something I make.
How do you balance? This is one thing I admire about you. Like, I sit back, just like, I use sports analogies for everything. You know what I mean? Like, if I was I always look at like, I say this all the time. Like, we in the pros, dog. This ain't no G League. This ain't no. I'm with the big boys, dog. I walk in the room. Them niggas know me. It's all love. Like. We in the pros. I just live at the crib. It's like I play for the Cavaliers or something. Or the Browns. Nigga, I'm in the pros. Like, but so I sit back and our different peers and creative. I admire. It was like watching a nigga do a move. Like, damn, that was hard. Like, how you do that? So one thing I always admired about you is like, we all fishing, but you fish like with a net. It seemed like you be like having like a lot of pots on the stove. Like, you know what I mean? Like, activated here, you're doing this. You're dropping this over here, but then you're doing this video over here, you're doing this video over here. But it's like a million different emotions. They're all different emotions. I'm a Cancer, July baby. So I'm receiving them like emotions. I'm like, yo, there's so many emotions. Like, it's like so many emotions. Like, how is he doing that? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, cause me, I can only balance. I got 2 brands. I can only balance like those 2 projects. I have like addictive personality. And like if I'm in, I'm in.
Fully in. If I'm not,
like,
I'm not.
I can't even do like certain things. Like mad homies be telling me like, it's almost like Babyface we were saying on live that niggas be in my ear.
In the club.
Oh, nigga, I do this, I do that, man. Or hit me up like, yo, I can do this. I was like, yo, I ain't trying to hear it. I'm gonna forget all of that. I'm so locked into this. Go back to what I was saying. It's like, how do you manage those emotions? Now that's the like how you were saying that we gonna not use box words. Yeah. Like I said, this is not a podcast. We having a conversation.
Yeah, I mean, I would say shit. Emotions is all I am.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So it's like it's always been like I have to manage it. And I just show up the most human as possible. I show up the most me as possible.
Right.
And I'm human.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so like, shit. I'm the root of it all. You know what I mean? I know that. And then it's not like when it comes to You Matter, I know I'm not the only person that struggles with mental health. You know what I mean? Yeah. But when I speak from a place and when I think and care from a place, that's always from the most vulnerable part of me. Gotcha. I owe that to whoever is subscribed to what. Yeah. Even if you're not purchasing something, I owe it to you.
Right.
To be honest, vulnerable.
Because it connects.
And if in the moment it doesn't connect, the people that are part of our community would know.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I know when shit is disingenuous. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah, you can see right through it.
Exactly. And so then we have, like, my own personal brand is like demetriusharmon. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not a stat like. I guess I'm I don't know. I just have a lot of emotions. I'm happy. When I'm happy, I'm fucking happy. And I smile to be a real smile. It's never a fake one. You know what I mean?
Right.
But like if I laugh, it's coming from my dying from.
No, that's real.
You know what I mean? When I cry, it's coming from my heart. You know what I mean? So like, I don't know. I don't really think about it. You know what I mean? Like, I would say I got like canceled. Maybe in like 2019, 2018, you know how that go.
Yeah.
And
you gotta go sit down for a little bit.
Yeah, put me in that hole. But it made me detach from love, like the love on social media. You know what I mean, the good and the bad. Mm-hmm. It made me because I'm getting hate, but I'm like, damn, like you followed me. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You got tweets in my DMs. You know what I mean?
You had to deal with that mindfuck.
I'm like, oh, these are my people. I can't look to them for my confidence or 1,000%. For my moral compass. You know what I mean? The thing I got canceled for was the thing I was getting supported for a year before. You know what I mean? And so like now it's like, am I gonna just let this cause me to like not be hateful, but to be spiteful or yada yada, or am I just gonna show up as myself? And if you don't like me as myself, at least you don't like me.
It's like what Mitch said on Play the Foot, like, if I leave the game, they still gonna love me. Like, it's like, yo, fuck it. Like, you know what I mean? Just gotta do your thing. I feel you on that.
And so like I said, it like being in my life like day to day that's all it is. Like it's like we might have the funniest conversation for like an hour, and then I might randomly be like, bro, I don't know what I'm doing with this life, bro. Like I feel like all these things, and I feel like I acquired all of them. That's what I was working towards, and then I got them. Now I don't know what I want to do. Yeah. No, and then like it'll go that direction. You be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, I do the same way. I'm emotional.
Yeah, I'm really.
And then I'll be like, I'm a worrier and a warrior.
Yeah.
It's like, you get what I'm saying? It's like I'm always worried about some shit.
Yeah.
It's like
your shoulders be shrugged up.
Yeah, it's like inside of me, but I'm shit like this, chilling. But on the inside, it's a lot going on. Like you get what I'm saying.
But the thing is, you know you're equipped to handle everything you're worried about. That's where the warrior side comes. Yeah, I'm gonna face it. But
you know it'd be like not knowing.
Yeah.
Like man, like some days I wake up and I be like, I should have just stayed working for the railroad. Like you get what I'm saying? Why?
This shit not easy.
No.
Everyone thinks it is.
No.
Everyone thinks it is. This shit not easy.
Especially even more in this age because everything is so digital and it's so social media and this and the third. And I get it because there's a lot of people that's using social media and they really hustling, they grinding every day. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's one thing I respect about you. Like, you're like, well, all right, bet tomorrow, 2:00. Like, I respect that. I'm like, all right, bet, let's go. Like, one night, all right, bet, cool. Give me like a week. All right, I'm gonna hit you up. It was like, I respect that grind. Like, bet this what we doing. All right, bet tomorrow 2:00.
That's the thing though. I'm like, nigga.
It's like, let's get on it. Like,
I told you like the work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like this shit ain't just happening.
Like, I like the process. I like being like, damn. Like, I wonder like how I'm gonna shoot this and like. Then I'm fuck. I can't wait to get nigga. My laptop is in my bag because I can't wait to upload it and look at it and make sure I test the color.
That's how it's supposed to be.
You know what I mean?
That's how it's supposed to be. Like when they say you only gonna get out of it what you put into it, like that shit real. Yeah. You put your all into something, you gonna get that shit back tenfold. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? And it might not be exactly when you want it, but it's coming.
And that's the thing. Like, if you don't give up on it,
daily deposits, you gotta
that investment might hit 80 points.
Any moment.
You gotta keep doing it.
Ding! I class Azul about a ding.
That's my favorite design of anything.
Yeah, they knew what they was doing.
As a drunk person hitting a bell every time you take a shot, it's so amazing.
When the bell goes off, that's how you know somebody's drunk officially. As soon as it starts.
If a nigga starts looking at a bottle and do this.
As soon as it starts going, you know, like, oh yeah, we done broke the knob. Somebody done broke the knob. Like we right where we need to be.
How did you do it though?
How did I do it?
You know what the fuck I'm talking about. You're a kid from Toledo. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm just a dreamer.
But like, how do you even take those? Like, did you have blueprints to follow, footsteps to follow in? What did you like? How did any of this happen for you? You fucking.
It's going.
You styled MGK. You styled.
It shouldn't sound weird.
Kanye, 10
It shouldn't sound weird.
What do you mean?
Like, it's like, it really is God, man. And it's crazy that I even have to say it shouldn't sound weird.
No, it don't to me.
But you know how we live in a world where people like, oh.
That's the go-to answer.
God, yeah, bro. Tell me what really happened. No, like, you know what I mean? It's like, no, it's like really just you following a dream. Like, none of this was ever like planned.
Yeah,
that's another thing too. It's like you get like encourage affirmations, like, you know what I mean, things start happening. Like, I'm a real spiritual person, so like I'm big on like signs. Like once some things start happening, it's like it's almost like I didn't come this far just to come this far. Like, oh man, God ain't just doing that for everybody. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, you don't be naive to your blessings. You know, don't be naive. You see what He's doing. You know what I mean? Like, I was like working for the railroad and stuff, and I've always, this is like something I stumbled upon. Like, you know, we living in the Midwest. You don't, I'm looking like, I gotta be like 6'3", 6'4", blonde hair, blue eyes, like fashion? What? That's not even like.
Cause you looking at LA, you looking at you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
like,
not even something that's like
overseas.
fathomable in like, you know, the Midwest. And then you got like, you know, the Rockawairs and FUBUs and then streetwear started happening, but you still not even looking at that like fashion.
Yeah.
Like, you get what I'm saying?
It was such a separate.
Yeah, it wasn't even
those things were never blending together like they are now.
And then I found out what a stylist was. Like, I was like an athlete, so like some of my homies, like,
You ran track, right?
Yeah, ran track and played football. No, I don't think so.
What you do? You hurdle or you like fast when you sprint?
200 sprint, 200, 400 relays. That was my job. That was like how I got out the hood. That really, I feel like if that wasn't happening, I wouldn't have made it.
Did you go to like college from
track? Yeah, I went to like Vincennes University. It's like in southern Indiana, like way at the bottom.
So still stay in the Midwest.
Yeah, still stayed in the Midwest, but like traveling all over the world. Like in high school, like nationals, like we traveling all over the world. We travel all over the world, like all American team, stuff like that. So I'm meeting different people, seeing different stuff.
That'll open your eyes too.
Yeah, it's like whoa, it's a whole world out here.
Bigger than this, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like it's like really it's like really a world out here. Like I love home, but it's like man, it's stuff out here. So that's what really like I guess like sparked my curiosity. So like I kind of like just found out about it. Like my homies would just be telling me like, yo, you should like my homies that like made it to the league or made it pro or like moved out of town. They'd be hitting me back like, yo, like you know MySpace days and all that. Like, yo, you should be a model and all this. Like you should be a model. You should be a model. I'm like, nah. Man, you should be, and then one of my homies was like, man, you should be a stylist. I'm like, what is a stylist? They like they dress people. That blew my mind, bro.
That's someone get paid.
It's like the emoji, like, like, bro, like you gotta think about it. I'm 19, like 19 years old, and I'm still naive to the fact to think that, oh, people on TV, they just be rich and famous. Like that's how they just wear all the nice stuff.
It makes sense.
Like that's what I'm thinking.
I'm not around these niggas enough to know.
Yeah, I'm thinking like, that's what it is. I'm like, oh, they just rich. They athletes, NFL, D-boys, they rich. They can just go afford to go buy all the nice stuff. Little did I know that it was like a whole world of like people getting paid, making careers out of like dressing people's wardrobe. I never even fathomed something like that. I found out about that and I just shark right at it. It was something that just sparked inside of me. I was like, yo, I can do that. Like, I definitely can do that. I always been fly, always been in the style. I get it from like my mother and my father. I'm like, yo, I can do that. And it just started. I started like styling my homies. Every weekend we going to the club. I'm styling us. I done like moved all the furniture out of like one of my dad's spare bedrooms, making it like a little fake empty white wall. Taking the pictures of all the homies, like we did the picture booth at the crib before we went to the club. So when we got to the club, we didn't even need the picture booth because we already had our own pictures and posted them on MySpace and then boom, going to the club. Like you get what I'm saying? And I'm telling people in my bio, I'm working for the railroad. I'm a conductor for Norfolk Southern Railroad, but I'm making like 80 a year. That's like a D-boy at the crib. Like you know what I mean? But in my bio on MySpace, it say fashion stylist. Got my email in there.
You put that bitch in the writing though. That's
you know what I'm saying? Like literally, I'm powerful. Like your actions, like will come off the tongue. So I'm doing like my homies. Then I start styling like the D-boys. Then I start styling like all the local rappers. And then I started like making relationships with like the stores, like the clothing stores in Toledo. And then a new store opened right on the campus, the University of Toledo. It was called like NEX Clothing. And it was started by like my homie now, Zach Beebe. He from Columbus. But he, you know, Columbus is a little more forward. They like ahead of us because they
I don't know nothing about Ohio, brother.
But
I thought Cleveland was the Mecca. Of Ohio.
I mean, Cleveland people gonna tell you that it's the Mecca. Like, you get what I'm saying?
All I know is Toledo and where's Cedar Point? Sandusky.
Sandusky, y'all passed it.
Yeah, that's all I know. The island in Toledo, my nigga.
Yeah, you know Columbus, that's where Ohio State is at. So it's like they were a little more forward. You got all them
because you
people,
got the coming in from different places.
Yeah, so when he came to Toledo, he was already like on like Crooks and Castles, streetwear. He was on all that.
I missed the blog fashion era, like the Karma Loop. I missed the Karma Loop.
Yeah, that's where he was. That's my era. Like
I wish I had Pape did. You kidding me? What?
Look, 2008 to 2009 was like some of the best years of my life. That was like the first freshman class. That was like Wiz. Like that's how I met MGK. Like we used to throw like college parties like at University of Toledo, University of Bowling Green. That's how I met like Sean and all them. Like we had booked them to come. They ain't had no deal. Like booked Sean for like $1,500. Like his homie like Brandon Washington, B Wash from Finally Famous at the time was like going to University of Bowling Green. You know what I mean? So we'd be booking him. He'd be coming to Bowling Green, doing a pop up at our little store, little meet and greet, and then go rock out at the local bar down the thing. So then we booked Wiz Khalifa one time for like 2 bands and MGK for like
These
150.
prices are crazy to me.
2 bands and
150 and 150.
I'm serious.
Crazy.
This is real life, bro. Like we
crazy.
booked Wiz for like $150. I mean, MGK for $150. That was like gas. And then we booked Wiz for 2 bands. And I never forget, like leading up to the thing, I just like looked at YouTube and like MGK had just put out like a freestyle, like 100 words in front, 100 words and running, it was called.
Yeah.
And he just standing there, shirt off,
tattoos,
snapping. He only had like 1 tattoo at the time. He just going off like, like you know what I mean? I'm like, damn, like this the dude that's about to be on the lineup. Like, all right, cool. So we had like, it's funny you mentioned Karma Loop. We had to show that night. I got a Karma Loop sweatshirt hoodie on. It's a red Aura suit. You know, Karma Loop had their own brands. Yeah. Their in-house brands. I had like a red Aura suit hoodie. And MGK walked up to me like, yo, that hoodie dope, man. Like, where you get that hoodie? And I'm like, oh, man. I was about to tell him, like, oh, I got it from NEX Clothing. Like, my man Zach. And in that moment,
he was like, I can style you.
I was like, I'm a stylist. You want one? I can get you one. And he just like stepped back, like looked at me, like, you a stylist? I'm like, yeah. It's like, all right. Like I could tell he was just like, what? Like we in Bowling Green. Like,
so who you styling?
Yeah, who you styling? You ain't like you're not no stylist. But like his people, like Ashley, like him and all that. It was like we used to switch contacts and all that. He's like, I got a video shoot. I'm like doing like 2 weeks or something. Like, man, if I can get some clothes. I was like, yeah, man, we'd love to have you because I got the relationship with my mans at the store. Yeah. I'm like, we'd love to have you come through the store. We can like do a photo shoot or something like that. And like a couple of days later, he came. That was my first time working with him. And from that moment, we was like bros. Like I used to use like my work checks, get paid from the railroad, take my check, buy clothes because I want to pull up feeling like a stylist, have different clothes, he wear it. I didn't even care. I didn't want no money back. I was just happy that he wore it. Like, hey, like, you know what I mean? And that was like my first, like, he was still like nobody. We'd be doing shows like bouncing around, going to Detroit, going to Toledo, going to Cleveland, going to Columbus, just doing a circuit.
How old were you this time?
I'm like 22.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm like 22 and he like 17.
That's
18.
Even crazier.
Yeah, something like that. And we just like bouncing around like Mac Miller, Wiz Khalifa, Sean, Chip, like Stylist, like all of these
throwing out a lot of names that niggas don't know the power behind these
names.
You
get what I'm saying? Like Wale, like all of these dudes is like not signed.
Yeah.
They just the homies. You seeing them everywhere. Like pull up to Cleveland, we doing a show. Like you know what I mean? It's like that whole way that blogger. You looking at Two Dope Boys and all that. Like you seeing Currency and all that. It's like that whole vibe was like going on. That's when I like came up. And then from me working at the store back in the day, like it's different now. Back in the day when like stores have brands in them, it would be like a rep coming around. So say for instance, You Matter was in NES clothing.
It'd be somebody from
you would have somebody in that region that's coming to the store like, hey, go check on them niggas over there.
Make sure them niggas is representing our brand properly.
Make sure our shit hanging right, all that. So like the brands will be coming around. At one time, Our guy named Mike Ross from Rocksmith, New York.
Mm-hmm.
He came to the store and he checking it out or whatever. We all meet. He was like, I'm gonna be here for like 2 days. He like young, fast talking, Brooklyn accent, white boy. I'm like, yo, like, wow, like I ain't ever talked to nobody from New York. Like, you get what I'm saying? I'm like, wow.
That's
like,
just interest.
Yeah, he's like, I'm so curious, like, man. So then he get to know everybody. He's like, yo, what you doing? I'm like, man, I'm a stylist. He's like, what? He started laughing at me.
Because again, you're a stylist in Ohio.
Like, what?
Who are you styling?
I'm a stylist. I work for the railroad. Then he started dying laughing. Like, nigga, you work for the railroad and you a stylist. No, you ain't no stylist, man. Like, whatever, man. Like, fast. I'm like, yes, that threw me off. Because, New York people aggressive. I never heard nobody. I'm like, what? He like, basically, fuck out of here in today's terms. Like, fuck out of here. Like, you ain't know. I'm like, I am. Like, I started telling him all the little stuff I do. Like, MGK, he don't know who the fuck MGK is. Like, the blog era didn't hit New York heavy like it hit the Midwest.
Yeah,
like,
really.
You get them? I feel like it did.
Really? But like not where it was like, these are the heroes, the titans.
Like they was like late getting on.
Yeah.
Like, you get what I'm saying? I feel like they was like late getting on. Like they knew about like some.
It's crazy.
They know about like their West Coast. They know about like West Coast. But I feel like there was like.
A lot of blog niggas was like from smaller cities. Like you
Bro,
name LA,
like
that's
Chicago,
DMV,
like
that's like Chicago, that's
stuff.
like Detroit, that's Ohio.
You got like leaders, like all the different. It was like real, like you doing a college circuit, bro.
Yeah.
You going around the college cities, Michigan State, like you know what I mean, and Ann Arbor, like they weren't really doing that in New York. Like you ain't get to New York until you was like popping. It's like, oh, they popping, they about to show at Urban Plaza, like.
And it wasn't social media wasn't as heavy like streaming shit, so it wasn't like, oh, you got a billion streams, we gonna throw you on the festival.
This artist and that artist, he looking at me like,
I don't know.
I don't care now. Who the fuck is them niggas? Like, cause he in New York, then they looking at like, nigga.
The music mecca. Where's Mace?
Fresh Montana? Like, like, you know what I mean? Like, nigga, this shit is, what's on TV, nigga? What's on the radio? Like, that type of vibe or whatever. But he was like, all right, if you a stylist, like, in the car, the van right now, in the rental, I got, they be coming around with all the new shit. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, this gonna be the new season for next year. Mm-hmm. So not only is they checking on you, but then they were trying to re-up on some bread too, because they want you to see the new shit in person.
And see what you want to purchase.
Right there. So he's like, I got all the new shit in the car. Do a photo shoot. What, nigga? Shut that store down. Call all the homies from the hood. Niggas pulled up. Niggas model. I had my nigga Ty cut everybody hair. Nigga. Pulled up the backdrop, the white backdrop. Got my dude as the cameraman. And we shot the whole lookbook, and then that ended up being Rocksmith's like 2009 fall
like official lookbook.
Yeah, and then it was like when we sent the images, all that, and then he was like, his second day when he was about to leave, he was like, hey man, like, man, you don't need to be in Toledo. You don't look like you belong in Toledo. I'm like, man, I moving away never
cross your mind
ever for fashion.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? I'm like,
especially because the reason you see in the world is
helping my dude run his store.
Yeah.
And working for the railroad. Like, you get what I mean? I thought like and meeting these different rappers around, but then we didn't know like what we know now. Yeah. Like now I'm like, yo, Wiz a legend. Like Kel's a legend. Like this dude a legend. But back then you was looking at like, yo, these my favorite niggas. But we weren't looking at like, yo, this nigga's about to blow. You get what I'm saying? Nobody was looking at it like that. Like that's just a far out dream. Like you know what I mean? So he basically offered me a job. Like, yo, if you ever move to New York, we got a job for you. I'm like, bet. So that opportunity, like. He came and went, and then I probably lived in Toledo for like another year, bro. And then I got laid off from the railroad.
That'll do it. That was God.
I got laid off from the railroad, and I was laid off for like 13 months, and I went back.
Jesus.
And during that time, it was so humble.
So wait, when did you get laid off? You got laid off after he had left?
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah, I got laid off after he left, but I didn't. I'm without a job, so I didn't take that moment to go. It's like I'm like, whoa, life is
I can't
crazy.
leave without shit in my pocket.
And that was like so humbling for me.
Yeah.
I'm young. I'm like, wow, so they can really just
take a job.
Yeah, they can really just do that to you. And I'm young, but guys that I was working with, it was a blessing I even got the job at the railroad. So guys I'm working with is like 15, 16, 17, 20 plus years older than me every day when I go to work. I'm not seeing no young boys like me. when I go to work. No dudes, no guys or women my age is acting. It's crazy. Like, you get what I mean? So I'm seeing how they affected, like losing houses, losing cars, losing. It just sparked something in me. I was like, oh man, like I'm just gonna roll the dice and chase my dream, cause
I don't want it to just be taken out of my hands.
what if I'm working in this job for another 15 years and then on year 16 they'd be like, yo, you laid off.
Yeah.
Like, yo, like I can't.
I lose everything I built upon
I
this
can't
stability.
Do that. So that gave me like, that helped me with to kind of like take the fear away a little bit, to be like, shit, fuck it.
Because you can still lose with that.
Yeah. So I just waited around a little bit, went back to the railroad, and then I worked there for probably like 2 more months, and then I quit. And moved to New York. I watched, nigga, I'll never forget, I read a fucking Complex magazine article, Kid Cudi. It was like his Man on the Moon breakout article, and he was saying like, when he moved from Cleveland to New York, he moved with his uncle, and he had like $500 to his name. Then he got his, then he, he made his way from there. I was like, shit, I got a little more than 500. Like, no, you know what I mean? Like, 500 is a lot of money, dog.
But
like,
still,
that's half a stack.
If he made 500 work, I can make it work.
So it's like these affirmations. Remember I told you it's like after signs from God. I'm like, yo, like, all right, shit, like, I can survive there. Like, I can get there, but you know what I mean? So then I remember we rented like me and my shorty at the time, we rented like a Dodge Dakota. Filled that bitch up, put a blue tarp on the back, all my clothes, and that bitch was filled up to the brim, and we drove to New York. I ain't never looked back, bro. And I went through some humbling times. I was like, we was like roommating with like her and her friend for a little bit in Queens. I'm like right there by Linden where they shot Belly and DMX, and walking down the block in Linden. I'm like right there in Shadyville, living in the hood in Queens.
I'm about to say Queens is nasty.
It's savage, but Queens is like, Queens get the money. They got some of the best people. Like, it's like so historic, but we ain't gonna go down there. But Queens is savagery. Shadyville. I was living in Shadyville, St. Albans, all that. Jamaica, it was crazy. But going through that whole experience, I just started my New York journey, bro. Like, and then it was crazy when I first got to New York. I hit Rocksmith up. Yo, I moved out here. Blah blah blah. What's up? And these niggas just ghosted me for like 3 months.
That's fucked.
Like, never responded. I'm calling niggas, emailing niggas. I'm like DMing. Like, this is like social media, just like as far as like Twitter just now started. I'm like Instagram just now started. I'm like DMing niggas not responding. I'm like, damn. So I'm like,
so it's like 2012, 2013 type shit.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, what the fuck I'm gonna do? So I literally, I started interning for The Source.
How do you get an intern? What, like, see, this is the thing that
I started interning for The Source magazine, dog.
This is the thing that be getting me, like, when it come to shit, like, you know what I mean? Like, say, like, I want to be a writer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I want to screenwrite.
Right.
Like, I be meeting, like, I be in LA, I be talking to niggas, they're like, why you don't do this to do that? I'm like, nigga, I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
Bro,
I don't got nobody to look at and ask for advice back home.
But look,
you know what I mean?
It all happened like this. Look, my shorty, her friend, that we was staying with my shorty friends and her family. Like, you know, New York, it'd be like 10 people living in the house. Like, so it's like 6 people living in that house. Like, no, like 4 or 5 people living in the house. We moved with them.
You say 10 at first and went to 4 or 5?
No, I'm saying like in New York. You know, they hold on to their crib forever. Yeah. Like, they keep a real family. Like, so sometimes it can be like 10 people living in the house.
Yeah. In
this particular situation, it was like 4 or 5 people living in the house. So, my shorty friend happened to be like working for The Source. You get what I'm saying? And basically was like, yo, like if, you know, I could try to put you on with a job, whatever, like you come intern, like come work for The Source, basically, like. Basically, because she seen like my job fell through. I'm kind of just like sitting in the crib every day or like wandering New York, but you're gonna do that so long, you're gonna go broke. Like jumping on the train every day and all that.
Eating and shit.
After, you know, like New York, one of the places like after you move there, the infatuation phase wear off quick and it's real, nigga. Like, yo, what we doing? Like, you know what I mean? So she basically was like, yo, she was already working at The Source. I was like I can get you in, like get a position, help this, help that, and then I just started interning with them. Now I'm with them probably like literally like 2-3 months, helping out. I'm at the office, in and out. I remember I like posted a Instagram picture. I got the Source hat on and shit like that. And then out of nowhere, Roxanne just hit me up like, "Yo, what's good?" I'm like, "Yeah." They're like, "You still in New York?" I'm like, "Yeah." They like told me to meet them. They was like, "We about to open a new store. We're gonna have you like run the store or whatever. Like meet me here, whatever." So I meet with them and like the rest was history. I just kicked it with them all day. But then the owner, Eric, he set me down at the end of the day and he was like, "Yeah, man, like I didn't want you to think we was playing you. But like a lot of people move to New York every day and then they can't handle it. So I just wanted to see if you was cut out for it. Like if I would have hit you up and you would have said you went back to Ohio, you'd have made the choice for us. But I hit you up, I see you like on Instagram and social media, you like at the Source, you doing this, you doing that, like let's go. Like, you know what I'm saying? Basically like I didn't want you to get here. People, you know, and then they get swallowed up and get spit back out so quick. You know what I'm saying? He was like, so I just wanted to see if you can make it on your own. And yeah, man, I moved to New York and that was it, bro. I promised myself, to my mother and my father, I kind of felt like I let them down. Cause I'm like, yo, I'm walking away from this good job. I haven't been in no trouble. I don't got no kids. You know, that's all the parent be wanting. Don't have no.
It feel like you making trouble.
Yeah, it feel like cause they thought I'm like ruining my life.
Yeah.
Like, yo, you getting caught up in fast cars, girls, clothes.
Glitz and glamour.
You making money. You getting caught up, and now you want to quit the job and move away to New York. And you gonna throw your life away. You gonna come back like the prodigal son. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, and I get it. Like,
yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah,
when you put it in that perspective,
I get it.
Money is living.
I get it. So it was like that was like one of my drives to make sure, like, yo. And then my mom used to be saying that every time I talk to her on the crib, I'm on the phone, like, we just be talking at the end of the conversation. She'd be like, you know, you can always come home, like, you know what I mean? Because I never would be telling her like if I was like struggling or whatever, because it's like I never wanted them to know that. Like, I wanted them to be like proud of me one day, like, yo, that one really went out there. And so I guess that like fueled my drive a little bit too, like, you know what I mean? And then things started to happen, just like playing a video game, like you started hitting checkpoints. You're like, oh shit, like, all right, like we getting somewhere, like I'm making momentum. I don't quite know
where it's going,
where I'm going,
but we moving.
We got motion.
I ain't got my GPS over here.
And
this bitch is
and
wrong.
then certain things along the way, I'm sure you can relate, happen, and you be like, oh yeah. This ain't just happening. this ain't just happening today. You don't get this part unless you do something real good. Like, it's like a blessing. God was like, hold that, told you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so I'll be like, that was it. That started my New York journey, and it was like, it made me like the man I am today. That was the first time I started having Asian friends, Arab friends, like Lebanese friends, white friends, like this, you know what I mean? Because like the Midwest is like very segregated on the low. Yeah. It's like only time
you're typically around your people.
Only time you see Asian people is like in somewhere that's like very stereotyped.
Somewhere that's Asian town.
Yeah, or like, oh, I went to got my feet done. Or oh, I went and got to the Chinese spot and got some food. You don't
see them get to exist in every.
You only see like Arabs and Lebanese people like at the corner store. Yeah. Like it was the first time I was like in culture. Yeah. Like, I got like Jamaican homies, Haitian homies, like all types of shit. Like I remember like, cause I got real bad asthma. I remember one time, like, and I'm running a store in the LES, Lower East Side. That's like my favorite part of New York. Because it's like Lower East Side.
I don't mean to cut you off. This liquor you got over here. Is any of this drinkable? This looks like trophy. Yeah. This looks like trophy alcohol. Oh, it's just in decanters.
Yeah, man. It's like okay, so these are.
You the fanciest nigga I know.
These are like trophies. Right? This is some fire ass whiskey, some Blanton. You know what I mean? This is some Jack.
So this is Douce.
This
is Jack Daniels? Yeah. Let me get some Jack. All right. You know I'm a whiskey man.
Okay.
Even though I'm aware that I think.
Have you ever had Blantons?
No. It just got the horse on it. I didn't want to ask for your shit that got the fucking the nigga with the horse. I try not to ask too much, brother. Oh yeah, you do have a dog. You're a Rottweiler.
Yeah, prime time. Prime time like Dion. He the same age as my son.
How old is your son?
My son is 7 months, but when my lady was 6 months pregnant.
You got the dog?
My dog was 6 months pregnant.
Oh, okay.
My lady found out that we was pregnant. I think it was like November 18th. Mm-hmm. No, November 23rd. My dog was born November 18th.
Oh, okay.
So technically, He like to say, "This is my son, low key."
That makes sense.
Since conceived.
I got a little Doberman.
Yeah.
She's the best.
Bro, they gonna be hyper, bro.
She is. She gonna be.
My dude Aaron got
she
two.
Is.
My dude Aaron got 2 Dobermans, bro, and they be flying around the crib.
Like I be thinking she got zoomies. That's just who she is as a person. Is what I'm realizing. She just naturally is just always on tip, bro.
You stop me thinking.
Bro, like she'd just run in circles
that's how he is.
in and around the house. I'm
That's
like,
how he is.
what are you doing here?
Cause they got so much built up energy in them. I've been taking that nigga for long ass while.
They worker dogs, so like that's the thing too. It was hard because I got her during. Just me?
Yeah.
That was you taking 2 shots? That's my shot.
That's yours. But I know if you wanted to sip, I ain't gonna sip.
No, I was gonna do both. You see?
He said, "Oh, we at Club Shay Shay."
hey, what that nigga said? He said, "Damn, cuz you just gonna drink like that? Yeah, you gotta go ahead and get that down there. You gotta go ahead and get that in there." First, we'll open you up.
You need some water?
No, I'm straight. I love whiskey. Yeah, man. But as you're saying,
it's a gentleman's drink, bro.
What
This
you
is
saying?
good one. So look, Blanton's, right? I don't know all them top like technical terms,
you ain't gotta talk to me about no notes, nigga. I don't care.
but it's supposed to be like one of the best.
Blanton's.
Yeah, they only make a certain amount of bottles a year. Whew. They only make a certain amount of bottles a year. And some wild expensive shit for no reason, but it was a gift for me. And then all the things is collectibles.
You got this gift as a gift?
Yeah, so each one got a letter on it that spelled
This is
Blanton's.
N.
So it got an N.
Yeah.
So you collect them all to be able to spell Blanton's.
And then is it a cork? Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's tough. I got all the Game of Thrones whiskeys. That's my pocket. I wanted bitches on TikTok.
Bro,
I mean,
Game of Thrones is sorry though. It's a show that I wish never ended.
Hey, we back. House of Dragons. What do you mean?
I know, but it's like
It's not the same. It's not even that's not the same. Did you watch it?
1000%.
House of Dragons.
Yes.
So you seen it at the end when the fucking dragon ate the boy.
Knock the boy out the sky.
Hey, bro. Hey,
Where do we go from here?
Hey, bro. Look.
Where-
War. What do you mean?
No.
Wait, bro. Look. We watching.
I ain't see that coming though.
Bro, that's what I'm saying.
It's
He's
savagery.
flying away. You just see lightning strike. You see this giant dragon. I said, oh.
No, look. I ain't gonna lie. I felt like something was gonna happen.
It had to vibe.
I felt like, oh shit is about to get.
He not gonna just get out of here after declaring war.
I didn't know they was just gonna take him out like that though. I said, oh, they gonna leave like he. I didn't know he wasn't gonna be on the next season.
Yeah, they hadn't been doing like the like in the first episode of the original Game of Thrones. It just pushed Doggy Bone out the window.
In the first episode, it would have been some shit like the dragon got died, but he fell out the sky and landed.
Yeah.
And then episode 2 would have been him just opening his eyes, hurt, like wandering back.
They changed the tone with the last episode.
They got real.
Yeah, niggas could die. Like
I mean,
niggas
but
was
I get
dying.
it though, because this was technically supposed to be like Mad King era, right? Like, okay. So
You know what's strange? I have very vivid dreams. You have vivid dreams?
very.
I had a dream I was the Mad King. Like I had a dream I saw myself turn into the Mad King. That's what's happening here.
What do you think
That means
sparked that part?
I don't know. I fall asleep listening to the podcast.
Is it because? Is it? Oh.
bullshit.
No. It's like fake beat. It's like one of the fake beats.
Yeah,
You know that?
yeah,
nigga
alright,
hey, hold up though. But what about? So is it that your creative side is doing that for the Mad King because we haven't got none of his character really? So you're creatively in your head wondering what the Mad King would be like his character. It isn't enough in none of the Game of Thrones and even in House of Dragons. We haven't really got a lot of character building from him. Mm-hmm. He always just pop up in somebody's vision and then
It's being crazy.
Yeah, then they go away. So it's like, is that part of your creativity while you're thinking about the show in your dream, making you be like, the Mad King, and then that nigga be like this, and all of a sudden it's you. All of a sudden it's you. Yo, you out of pocket, bro.
I don't know what that shit was, bro. I write my dreams down. Like,
That's a good one.
not that they always mean something, but like, they gotta mean something.
Yeah.
They might inspire something. It came from someplace in my unconscious mind. You know what I mean? Not that the Mad King idea means something, but I had this dream when I turned 21. It's my favorite dream I've ever had. So I've lived in 2 houses, like outside of like my home now as an adult, like 2 of my parents' homes.
Right.
Grew up on Jordanburg, baby, until like maybe 2nd, 3rd grade.
Right.
Then we moved maybe like a mile away, but you know that mile away difference when you get to a new city. The way they pick up the trash and the way they shoveling the snow in the streets and plowing the streets, be completely different.
Be real hood adjacent.
Yeah. I said we right there.
Yeah,
but this ain't the same thing.
Way different, 1000%.
So like it was like don't ride your bike behind the house, go that way. You feel me? But so the dream was I was turning 21. Literally had it the day, like the night of me turning 21, and it's like baby me. We have a VHS tape of like me in the tub. I love tubs since I was a kid. Love water, Pisces, water sign.
Right.
Makes sense.
Yep.
And so, baby me is like getting out of the tub, you know what I mean, and get dressed, boom, boom. I'm doing it though. Like 21-year-old Meech is helping bathe baby me, you know what I mean, and we get into like a lightsaber fight. Stupid, you know what I mean, but like. I'm winning. I'm 21 years old fighting a 5-year-old. I'm winning. It's clear. Like I'm fucking him up.
Right.
And I can see disappointment on like little kid Meech. You know what I mean? Like what's happening? You ever beat a kid and some shit?
You have like a Yoda, baby Yoda moment.
Yeah. Okay. And so I'm like, I'm destroying kid me. Like I'm fucking him up just because I want to win. Like it's me. I'm right. You know what I mean? We're disconnected here. Yeah. You fight with a little kid in a lightsaber fight, they're gonna win. They're supposed to win. You're supposed to let them win. You know what I mean? You do all the dramatics, all the extra stuff. Like I let little me win, and he just happy, boom, jumping in my arms. And when we walk out the bathroom door, we end up walking into like the house, the second house we lived in. And my mom's in the living room. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Right. And baby me just started talking to my mom like, hey, look, I won. I beat him with lightsabers. And I'm like, damn, what the fuck? And I felt so like around that time it was weird because I felt so disconnected from like my inner child. Right. Because I lived in LA. Like I'm 21, so moved to LA when I was 18. 3 years living in LA. We talked about it earlier. Where I don't think we talked about it earlier. I think it was me reading an article from you of like the hustle and bustle, like being that hamster on the wheel. Like, nigga, I gotta work. I'm here for a reason. I have to work. I gotta do it every day.
That's literally how I felt in New York and LA.
So I had no joy. I was doing anything for joy. I wasn't. Nigga, I want to say after that I started bowling again. Yeah, I'm watching cartoons again. I'm just trying to feel my spirit.
It's funny you say that because that was the reason. People always be like, yo, why you move back home? I'm like, yo, I've been gone 16 years.
That's an insane amount. That's a high school student.
Like, you get what I'm saying? But 2, that's a high school student. That's a sophomore. He was going a whole sophomore.
This nigga's driving. A baby was born when he left. Now this nigga's driving.
This nigga my dream. Like 4 years. No, but that literally was it. It was like, I always felt like being in them other cities, like no matter what, like home was home. Like no place like home. Like, yo, at the end of the day, I'm just a nigga from Toledo, Ohio. Like, shit is more simple for me.
It's so much simpler. Like, life is simpler.
Yeah, way more simple. Like, and then I got balance. I got my family. But when I moved back, to your point that you were saying, it's like, I realized how out of touch I was. I realized how out of touch I was with my family. I realized how out of touch I was with just like life. Regular shows, sports, what people talking about, what people into, because I was just so work, so on the wheel, hamster on the wheel.
It's crazy. It's crazy when you think about like going back to what we was talking about it. People just think it's easy. It's like, no, nigga, like I'm in it because we come from blue collar, like
people don't realize how hard you have to work to be successful. To even not fuck successful, to get a W. Yeah. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I remember sports,
it's a lot of backy and shit.
Remember sports analogies. That's why it's 82 games in the NBA season. That's why it's fucking 100 and plus whatever games in the baseball season. That's why it's so many games. That's why they don't say like, nigga, you don't win the last 5 games. They go to the championship. It's like, no, you gotta go through the whole season and go through the playoffs.
Do it again.
Guess what? You could have been the best niggas through the regular season,
but it don't mean
still
shit.
Lost. It's like, that's so how life is.
And how can you make adjustments? Are you watching film?
you grind your whole life just for a motherfucker to be like, he came out of nowhere and made it overnight.
Yeah.
It's like,
you didn't see none of the work.
It's like when you listen to your favorite rapper and you be like, man, they been playing this shit like 4 years. Like, the world just caught on. You like, damn, 4 years they was playing that. So it's like, I feel like that is like, but that's also is like, I don't want to be one of them people that's like harping on it. I want to be one of them people like, again, why I moved back home to share. Like, you know what I mean? Times like I be in different rooms or been all over the world, and the whole time I be in there and I be like, man, I wish my niggas could see this shit. Or I wish I could just go live right now in front of my eyes and the whole world back at the crib see this shit. It could, you know, the trajectory of a kid can change. Like when I was coming up,
when
and I said
see it,
right? When I was coming up and I said I was a stylist, nigga said, when you start doing hair. Cause that's how unfathomable it was. It was like a stylist. What is that? You just found out what it was. How you think the world know? How you think all of us know what it is? You get what I'm saying? So it's like I want to like share the message. Like you get what I mean? Like even when I used to be running around with Ye, this is at the top of the mountain. In my eyes, I used to be like, yo, God put me with him for a deeper meaning. He wanted me to see the top of the mountain so I could run back and pull so many up. Like, you get what I'm saying? It's like being fast forward real quick so you can see that and then go jump back in time travel. Like, you got the message. Like, you get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So you can help apply to your people. I'm like, yo, like, people don't understand, like, how hard it is to not only win, but then, like, maintain. Like, they don't...
maintaining is the hardest part.
You know what I mean? So it's like...
Because after you win once, expected to win again. This nigga's betting on you now. You know what I mean?
Like, you don't want to have that sophomore jinx.
After the Lions won that first game, I said, all right, now, keep it up.
Yeah.
They lose once.
Like you gotta see the mission through. And you gotta come back and do it again. Come back and do it again, again and again.
It's so hard. You know what I mean? Like, versus like, and not even like a compare and contrast, but just like you go to school, you pass all these tests, you did your degree, you go and do your career. Mm-hmm. No one's really, they might do it maybe once a year, checking, are you good? Are you good to do your job? Me, every release I gotta prove I know what the fuck I'm doing and I can make some shit that's worth your time. The quality gonna speak for itself, you know that. But then like you said online,
kill your own prey.
Every time.
Being like my own entrepreneur or like even like working for other people. Because first of all, I never wanted to be what I am now.
Me either.
I never wanted to be I never wanted to be a fashion. I never wanted to have my own brand.
If you could redo it with open eyes, not even just like, oh, if you could redo it and like, not even starting from the point of the railroad, but if you could just redo it and be like, oh, like, how the perspective you have now, like, this was God. God led me to the things I want to do.
1,000%.
What would you do?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I typically have great questions.
Yeah. That's a good one. You know what it is? I can't really say that because everything thus far has been like a blessing. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Every step on the ladder has mattered. So it's like, I can't change one thing because that would like just fuck it all up. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, I didn't know that I was going to go into fashion. Yeah. I was locked in on just being the best man I can be at the time, and the best son I can be, the best brother I can be, and the best friend I can be, and then boom, life. It's like you got the taste of something. It's like, yo,
and it's funny because you get taste of other things and it don't inspire you like that.
No,
it don't give you that same motivation.
You know where you're supposed to be.
Yeah,
you know where you're supposed to be. That's how I got the design. It was like the taste. It was like that how we was talking about the goalposts always moving. Like I done been like all over the world 3 times, shopping here, sourcing here, doing this, doing that. Then I just got to a point where it was like right now I haven't been to a store to shop in like 3 or 4 years. Cause I got to a point where it was just like, I want to make everything in this bitch. I don't see nothing I want. That really is nice, but I wish they would have did that or did that or did that. So you know what? I'm just gonna make it.
The fucked up.
And then you started learning like, I'm just gonna say, once you, it's hard to like unsee what's been seen and unhear what's been heard. You're just like, you know what? Nah, I'm gonna just go ahead and make my own. Like I'm gonna just do my own. Like I'm with that. Like, you get what I mean? Like, yo, I'm just gonna. I guess that's probably how farmers feel. Yeah. or how builders feel. But I'm gonna build my own house.
And that's the thing.
I'm
gonna
make my own. Creation. I'm gonna grow my own food.
My neighbor called me over. Funniest shit ever. I live surrounded by white people. But they're
He
just.
said, "What's that weird flex?" But
Bro,
okay.
yeah, it's like I was like I don't want to say this, but I listen about white people, but they're like old white people, like
Yeah.
retirements type shit, and so like I'm taking the dog out.
So you like Young Thug to them?
I don't know what I am to them niggas.
And then they really Young Thug.
I'll be honest.
When they see you, they be like,
I don't know what I am to them niggas, but my nigga Mark across the street.
My nigga Mark.
He cut the grass and everything, but that's the homie for it. Like he came to my birthday party, like house party at the crib.
So he really remember.
Nigga pulled up to the house party with a bottle of Casamigos in his back pocket.
Oh yeah, he really remember.
In his back pocket, nigga.
One of them.
A personal bottle, but I'm about to walk to the backyard because Rika and my dog in the backyard, like on her like little leash that be in the ground.
Sign up. What made you name the dog Rika?
It's this anime called Jujutsu Kaisen, and I also have an obsessive personality as well.
Okay.
So.
I don't want to lose where we at. I just wanted to know.
But it was two names. Because Dobermans, you know, they're really protective, especially Doberman women.
Yeah.
The Doberman females, they get really protective over one owner. I live alone.
Yeah.
So, like, it was Mikasa, which is from Attack on Titans.
Okay.
She's, like, bound to the main character.
Okay.
And it's, like, bound, but it's, like, not against her will. You know?
Yeah.
Well, in the story...
Like on some Game of Thrones shit.
No, in the story, it's damn near, like, against her will. Like, her bloodline is meant to be protectors and servants of this bloodline.
Right. What was Shorty on Game of Thrones? That was
the tall one?
Yeah. That was like
Tab, you know who was the tall one?
That was like protecting.
Brienne?
Lady Brienne.
Yeah, Lady Brienne. But so there's that one. She
same type of analogy.
Yeah, but
she
so
was like I'm bound to.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha.
And it was like either that, like bound, but then there's Rika from the show, and like the original main character of the show, Yuta. I'm doing my best, man. I'm usually bad at remembering anime names, but Yuta, when he was a kid, it was like curses and stuff like that. When he was a kid, his best friend got hit by a car.
Right.
And he was like, please don't go. Like, no. And like he made her into a curse, and she just like violently protects him until like basically like the prelude or like the prologue movie. They get a better relationship where she like, I only am look like this because this is like, you kept me here. Yeah. Like you cursed me to stay by your side.
That's fine. See, I love the backstory.
They get a good relationship and she still protects him. She chooses now to protect him.
Gotcha.
And it's like still violent.
That's
like you try to touch him, I'm fucking you up.
Yeah.
And so that was like why I was like by choice. And then she responded better to Rika. It was Mikasa. I was calling her Mikasa when I decided Mikasa. Mikasa.
That's too much. Rika. Bro. It's like 3 names.
Nigga.
You gonna call me 3 names.
She like, nigga, what the fuck? And her original name, like at the old crib was
And Rika still just sound like a little bitch
Rika.
from Detroit.
we gonna call my daughter a little bitch from Detroit. That's just not what we gonna do.
I just had to put that out there. I just had to put that out
Rika just pulled up some Coleman. Rika pulled up some Coleman and some Swishers.
They still home.
You don't hear no goose talking about that. Ain't no geese over here, nigga. Yeah, where was we at?
That's dope though. I love the backstory on stuff, but damn.
Where was we at? Oh, yeah, but Rika, her old name was Roxy when I picked her up from the breeder.
Okay.
So I think she responded better to the art.
Yeah.
But yeah, my neighbor called me over. He like, hey, nigga, out the window. What the fuck is going on? I'm like, aren't you in your bathroom? Because I know his house. I've been in his house. He like, I could be shitting right now. I'm like, all right. So I pull up. This nigga that took out the whole. He's remodeling his whole.
Oh, that's fire.
Him though, like he's doing it. Like there's no
DIY.
There's no floor, nigga.
Yeah, there's no
gutted the whole bitch. He like, yeah, I just got bored. I didn't like the way it looked, and it was uneven, so I just took everything out. But he's a handyman. You know what I mean? So going back to what you said, like farmers, like engineers, it's like who better than me to do the shit? I see it. Why explain it and take it out of my mind when I already got it in a language I understand? And try to explain it to another person for them to do it and do it wrong.
Which in return is one of the challenges I deal with running the brand. Mm-hmm. Because
trying to communicate stuff?
I feel like I'm more like Phil Jackson, Phil Belichick. Sometimes I can be on my Jerry Jones shit. Like, you get what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta go up there and then come back down. Pat Riley, you running a lot. Yeah, you know what I mean? But it's like, I'm the oldest. I got 4 younger brothers and a baby sister. So it's like all my life growing up, my mother and my father, they separate, you know what I'm saying, all my life. But they always both drilled in me like, yo, you a leader, like team. Then I fell in love with track. Track and field is my first love. Like, I tell people all the time, like, I thought I was gonna be like one of the world fastest men, like Olympic niggas. Like, nigga, we can go back to that right now and I give up all of this to still, if they said, yo, we can go all the way back to the beginning and you gonna go pro in track this time, you gonna give up everything that happened, I'll be like, other than like the birth of my son, bang, that's training me, I'm going pro, nigga. Woo, bye Meech, I love you in this lifetime. Hope we cross paths in that lifetime. I'm out. Like, I would be out, bro. That was like my first love. Like, that was like, I really was like into that. Why the fuck was I even talking about that though?
Cause this is what this does.
I know that.
I got this. What the heck call it?
What was I talking about? I was trying to land a point home.
We was talking about creation, and you say you be feeling like the coach with your brand.
Yeah, so
you've always been instilled that it's a lead. You're the leader because you're the oldest.
Right. So yeah, exactly. So I'm saying all that to say like that's what give me like leadership qualities. You know what I mean? And then I feel like working for other brands. You know what I mean? Like throughout the years, it helped me too to learn how to like, okay, I started from retail to how to run a brand from top to bottom. Where I sometimes run it, I be feeling like Pete Carroll, like I want to be out there running the routes too. I might as well do it. You know, Pete Carroll be out of practice acting like he doing some shit, the DB drill, like, with the ball, like that's me. Niggas be like, yo, you need to go sit down, like you know what I mean? Like I'm sure like. I get on like I get on my whole squad nerves, my graphic designers, people doing production, my niggas, the whole squad. I get on everybody's nerves because I'm moving with a sense of urgency too.
Every time
I'm operating with a different POV, and different perspective that a person might not see. So, I say all that to say like sometimes that because I be wanting to just jump right in the fire. Like,
I feel like a gift and a curse sometimes,
bro. Like I be feeling like a rapper that be like, nigga, if I can make beats, nigga.
Because I'm tired of waiting on you niggas.
Nigga, I'll be.
I'm as well.
Nigga, I'll make 50 shirts tonight. That's all I'll be doing.
It'd be times where I'm talking to my team and I'd be like, nah, can y'all do it like in this color? And they're like, all right, we're gonna send this to such and such and we'll let you know we can get it back.
And see, that's another
thing. And I'd be like, straight, I'm gonna help them Photoshop and do it right now. It's cool. Don't even worry about it. I got it.
Yeah, like let's just go. Like,
I'm on go mode.
Yeah, like
this is all I got though.
Yeah,
nigga.
this it.
This is not my salary job, nigga. This is night and day. This is me.
This is it. It's nothing else. If I don't do nothing, guess what? What do you say? You don't work, you don't eat, you don't grind, you don't shine. So it's like I'm moving with that whole flow, like every day, 100 miles an hour. Sometimes it's a gift and a curse, but
most days it's a gift.
I'd rather to be proactive than reactive.
Yeah. I say that a lot. That's my favorite.
I don't want to be like this. I want to, oh shit. Like, I want to.
Now you're trying to figure out how to handle it.
I want to be already up on this shit.
I'd rather overthink shit than have to react to the shit
that's just
I
me.
didn't
I'm
think
an
about.
Overthinker, period. Yeah. Like,
I got the finger tattoo right here. The finger statue.
That's real. That's why look, that's funny. I don't know. The whiskey hit me. I don't know. But on one of these sides, I got a light bulb. Because it's like the thought, like, you know what I mean? I got them like in the shape of the peanut man, but it's a light bulb. Mm-hmm. It's like thought, like I'm thinking. And that was one of my first logos for one of my first brands that I was trying. You know what I mean? Like, my first brand was God Bless the Fresh. Mm-hmm. That's why I got like GBTF.
You know what my first brand was?
Knuckles, what?
Thank God I'm fresh. TGIF, I think I said.
You know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
I feel like I made that shit during like that era, like 2010, 2018.
That's when I made it. God Bless the Fresh. I kept saying that. That was like me with my journey. Like, yo, nigga out here still standing. Like, that's why I still be running around talking about still standing LLC. Still, that's like one of my big like double entendres. Like, nigga still standing through this bitch because it is not.
It's not easy.
It's not easy. You see the highlights. But like, nah,
nigga,
you went in the gym, nigga. You was not here. Like, niggas be stressing out. Like, I really be in this bitch like pinky in the brain, like going out. Like, and then it's crazy. My lady is like my art director because she graphic designer and all that. So it's like we in here like mad scientists, nigga. Like, trying to like figure out how Frankenstein how we can wake him back. You know what I mean? Like, it's like an artist dropping. I'm sure like dropping music. Anybody, like any entrepreneur that's like doing anything, starting a business, running a business, maintaining the business, trying to build a legacy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's the main thing, trying to...
I think the hardest part for me is like, we don't get no grade on this shit.
No,
we grade ourselves.
Reward, nigga. You never gonna walk up there and be like, I would like to thank my... You never get in that moment, nigga, ever. It's never gonna say, demetriusharmon right there. You gonna be like, I like to thank my father. No,
I gotta give myself my flowers. I gotta be proud of the shit I made. And it's like, you ever make some shit and you be like, this look good, but is it missing something? Is it missing something?
You know how I be like the auntie at the cookout, like, why niggas not talking about my macaroni? That macaroni good, nigga. Fuck y'all niggas talking about. Why nobody talking about my macaroni, dog? I put my foot in that macaroni. I got like 4 cheeses in there. Like, you went crazy. And that shit was expensive to make. I didn't even make it. Get that. Boom. I didn't even make it. I had to pay niggas to make that shit. That shit was expensive. Y'all not.
Why niggas not talking about macaroni is hilarious.
Why niggas don't have my macaroni?
Oh my
That's
God.
what we need to
That's
talk about.
fucking
I'm talking about
hilarious.
everything else. Deep fried turkeys, all that. What about my macaroni? I had somebody else make that 4 cheeses. Nigga.
It's this Drake lyric that nigga say, I need acknowledgement. If I got it, then tell me I got it then. It's like,
but you never gonna get that.
You not.
But then that come on the. But then that goes back to this world we live in, where I say like, the point I was trying to make. I don't want to be one of them people that's like. I like having. I don't like a person around me, and I try not to be a person myself to just point out problems.
yeah, you gotta be balanced.
I'm like, what's the solutions?
I'm a solution guy.
Like, you get what I'm saying? So my whole thing is like, I say that to say, it's like, I don't be one of the people like, yeah, man, because they don't understand, like, they gotta work hard. I want to be like, yo, because I want to share my testimony.
Yeah.
It's more so like not going like this at people. Like, y'all need to be on this. Y'all don't understand how hard it is. It's more so like sharing the testimony because it could spark somebody else. Like, yo, shit, like some days I be at my days. I see some you post or say, you might not even be talking about nothing deep. You could just be dropping or could just be doing a little funny skit or something, and it'll just spark me back. Like, yeah, you know what? Like, shit, we straight. Niggas good. Like, we got this. Like, so I feel like I want to like put more of that energy out, especially in like middle of America where we come from.
Yeah, because it's not enough.
It's so many, but it's so many. Like, I remember one time Adidas.
Even the shit you be doing.
That's what I'm saying.
Wait, I think you know, like the inspiration you.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like for me personally, you know what I mean?
Real.
Like in a sense of like, yeah, man, we gonna see this care package Walmart though. Yeah, we doing the house. I like this nigga going crazy. This nigga got shoes. This nigga crazy. This guy's on Adidas. This nigga's crazy. Is that Bron?
That be the
Are you shitting me?
Bro, that be the
King James, are you shitting me?
We live in such a crazy world. That's why I be telling you about the goalposts, right? LeBron James. I've never even met him.
Which is crazy. Because there's multiple images of him wearing.
He's wore the brand over 20 times. I've never ever met him a day in my life.
That's like a nigga holding your child 20 times and you never met him.
I was at like Soho House in like LA, and he was like coming off an elevator with somebody, with a group of people, and I was like getting on with a group of people, and some of the people I was with knew him, so it was just like, hey, what's up? Like, and it was just hi, like something like that real quick, but not like nothing like formal or none of that type of shit. And that goes back to like what I was telling you earlier, like you get to certain checkpoints and you realize I didn't have to do all this shit that I was doing. Like, all I had to do was work hard. I never even met the man. Nobody cared nothing about who followed me, who ain't following me, what I look like, what I don't look like. It's the hard work that's gonna get you there. Like, Walmart ain't coming to me if I ain't working hard.
Yeah.
Hollister ain't coming to me if
the work talk more to you.
Yeah, if I ain't working hard. Like, LeBron ain't wearing a brand if I ain't working hard. Like, you get what I'm saying? So it's like, it's back to the work. It's like, yo, you gotta work. They ain't just coming to me like, yo, you a nice guy from Toledo. We want to do something with you. It's like, no, they seeing stuff. Like, yo, same way it be for you. They see you, they're like, yo, get him on the phone. Like, yo, email him. And I've been on that side too, so I get it. Like, I done worked for different brands and been a marketing coordinator, been a marketing director, and you see, like, yo, these people are just human. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I feel like a lot of ways, that's why God put me in certain situations to be like a beacon. So kids, like you said, like, like that made me feel good when you say stuff like that. I'm like, yo, that's how other people was feeling. That's the goal. I want people from where I'm from to see and be like, cause we a mall country still. Yeah. You can still go to the mall.
Yeah, I got to. And the mall might not have what I want.
Yeah, but it's like
that's
I'm in
it.
there. Yeah, you know
because I'm hoping they do.
So it's like to see somebody where we from do something huge like that with Walmart, huge with Hollister, huge with
like what did you do for the All-Star game? Not that I don't know, but I want you to speak to what you did for the All-Star game.
So we did 3 NBA All-Stars. The first one was Chicago.
Slight facts, but okay.
They all was in the Midwest.
I did 3.
I did 3. I feel like it's like the last 4 All-Stars. 3 All-Stars have been in. It was supposed to be 4, but COVID canceled one. 3 All-Stars have been in the Midwest. I felt like being a Midwest brand, I had to be a part of all 3 in some way, shape, or form. I didn't know how. Nothing I've ever did, I've never asked them.
That's my thing always when I see it happen. How the fuck is this nigga doing this?
They hit me.
How does he keep getting away with it?
Bro, like so many people hit me up like, yo, like, yo, you got PR? Like, yo, you got management? I'm like, no, like, it's God. It's really like, I'm working hard. It all happens like through my DMs. DM or random email to get your email from somebody. Like, you get what I'm saying? The next thing, it's no different than you sitting there and the next thing you know, you just reading the email. With you and your team. Hit them up, see what they want to talk about. 1 call turns to 2 calls, 3 calls turn into a chat. We got a deal. Hey, we locked in. It's a ball game. Let's go. Like, you get what I'm saying? That's literally how it is. But I wouldn't know how to get in touch with Walmart.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know how to get in touch with Hollister.
That'd be a thing where it's like.
And you know what? I got Hollister from being in Toledo.
Makes sense.
I was in Toledo. Get this. I'm in Toledo. I'm doing a speaking engagement. It's like 50, 60 people in there. It's like on a little panel. At the end of the panel, a guy walk up to me. His name is Matt Killam. He's like, yo, I'm head of like Metro Parks, Toledo Metro Parks, like for Ohio Metro Parks or whatever. I heard stuff he was saying on the panel, like, man, I really love your story. Like, I would really love to do it. Like, maybe we can do something like Midwest Kids. I know you do a lot of community initiatives like Midwest Kids, Metro Parks. I'm like, yo, that's fire. Hell yeah, boom. That's just what I was telling you. Stuff just come out of nowhere. I'm like, yo, let's do something. So we're literally getting to know each other, you know, talking back and forth, texting, emailing, sharing ideas back and forth. Man, you know, some situations, not all, but some situations, you become friends with people. You be like, yo, dude, mad cool, or she mad cool. Like, I know she works with, y'all become friends. Like, you know what I mean? So me and Matt just kind of became friends. And during the process of like plotting out a Metro Parks collab, he just kept telling me randomly every now and then, he's like, yo, you gotta meet my sister. Exactly.
Because why do I gotta meet your sister?
Exactly. How you
what is happening?
I'm like, yo, word. Like, all right, bet.
I guess.
And then like one day he hit me up and was like, yo, he's like, yo, told my sister all about you. She'll love to meet you. Like, is it cool if I give her your contact information? She is like head of such and such at Abercrombie. I'm like, bet, hell yeah, let's go. So he literally just connected us, and I ended up like, that started the conversation. You know what I mean, with Hollister, and then it just turned into like, yo, let's do like 2 or 3 collections, and let's do like a 2-year deal and activations, and boom, we just go. Like, you know what I mean? And that was the blessing in that. You know what I mean? Every situation just has like a story that just,
you know what's crazy?
Takes off. You know what I mean?
This dude reached out to me for like the stuff I'm doing, fashion dude. I was just scrolling through his page. I already knew his stuff, but he hit me and it fucked me up because I'm watching Savon, boom, boom. Scroll through the shit, I see the fucking, you know, the jersey I told you, my favorite little crop jersey, cream crop jersey with the turquoise, but not even turquoise, like
blue.
Damn near, I'm gonna call it Honolulu blue.
It is. It's like a real watery.
Yeah.
Look at the map, real watery blue. Yeah.
But I'm like, damn.
It's like varsity blues, bro.
I'm
That's
like,
where I got the inspiration
it's reached to a nigga in New York. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so like, man, it'd be
That's
crazy.
What I'm saying, like, bro, I have a global brand. Like,
do you know why we know each other? Do you remember?
Okay, so 2 ways, right? So Okay, so
I know one way.
Okay, so I know two ways. So a friend of mine that I befriended, Sango.
Yeah.
And a friend of mine, Anwar Carrots. They both.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know Anwar hit you.
Yeah, they both reached out to me like, yo, you know Meech, like Meech, he trying to like, you know.
I had no idea.
He wanted to connect with you. He fuck with you.
I had no idea. Anwar.
So then I like followed back up. I never heard of you before, which I love. Like, I love
new information.
I love this. Yeah, because like for example, it's like going to somebody's page and they be like 16 million followers. You be like, I never knew that nigga existed to today.
And then like, you see like 500 posts you just start.
Yeah, so it's like I'm looking. I'm like, oh, like this dope. I never even heard of him. I never knew nothing about him. So I'm the type. I do my research like on people, brands. I get all the way down to the real shit. So I don't want to look up and then I do something with them and then I don't know.
Nigga's a horrible person.
Well, he been killing kids for the past 6 years. We've been trying to take him down, and you done took the check. Oh man, like that's how people be. Like you motherfucker, they're sending bombs to such and such, and you're working with them. Like that's how it be. So I be having to make sure like that the CEO don't got nobody. That you don't got no bodies, you know what I'm saying?
No
like,
skeletons in the closet.
Meech, he just had the 30 clip on his gram 22 weeks ago. That's how people be. Like, I done had like a lot of them situations where you like, oh, I can't even fuck with niggas. Can't do that right now. You my nigga though. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's how that came about. I did my research and I was like, yo, like he seemed mad cool. Like I definitely fuck with his messaging. And then you from the crib. Like I feel like if you from the Midwest, you from the crib.
It'd be funny when you see people from the Midwest, like you know it's Detroit, it's Ohio. Like,
you know,
we got our whatever rivalries with our own little shit. But it's like nigga, I'm in LA and the homie's like, no, I'm from Ohio. I'm like, whatever you need, nigga, don't let no nigga anybody touch you, much niggas.
Like really making moves or really doing things. It's like, yo. And then it was like once I started like asking different people like outside of them like about you, like yo, I'm thinking about doing something. It was like so many people. It's like yo, hell yeah, that'd be perfect. Oh man, that'd be dope. But then I love like we did a pop up, cool. Shot the commercial, cool. But outside of that, we developed a friendship. I thought that was
that's my favorite part.
Yeah, I was like, yo, that was cool as fuck. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he cool as fuck. Like when it's like a network system.
I was drunk at some point during my birthday, or like when we went through a party at like the little L Club shit. But like even nigga, I think I shouted y'all out on the mic. Nigga.
Hey, we was so lit at your party. What? Like I like blacked out.
Yeah, me too.
I blacked out. Like
yeah,
we
me
was
too.
So yeah, it was like 11 of us. Everybody was split. But that's one of the moments I love though. It's like
you feel safe enough to do
Neo
something.
in the Matrix, when you like stop and slow down and you look around the room and it's like everybody's like smiling and laughing and hey, you got like you and it ain't even like click, it's like my friends like scattered all through, like talking to people and I look up and it's like you and Tyler on the mic. I'm like, yo, you thought niggas been friends since we was in diapers.
But that's what be fucking me up too, cause like you know like you like
that's the blessing of the whole thing.
The not even like what you know like the big city mind frame of things, like how we talked about earlier, where it's like you and me, nigga, you like you can say all this stuff to me, we not gonna be friends, nigga. You just say this because you're in front of me, but then like
that's how I felt when I moved to LA.
No, 100%. But like niggas I met through you be like DMing me like, man, Rika look beautiful. I'm like, appreciate you, man.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Yeah. Where it's like no, like now our own networks are interlocked.
You got your own black book.
Yeah, but
it's like you building up your own like, yeah.
But like before I met you, I got like the fucking, like the repurposed shirts.
Oh,
I mean, like the Carhartt shirt that's camouflage.
With
the Midwest on it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I'm like, no, I'm gonna throw this on. You know what I mean?
And, you know, and that project, that project was a beautiful project that came from hard times. Like nigga ain't had the bread to go buy blanks and go buy all that, but I'm a vintage head, I'm a collector. Like I thrift, bro. Like and this is not even no flex shit. When I say I just tweeted this other day. I done shopped around the globe. I done
seen your tweets. I've seen.
When I said I done shopped around the globe 3 times, bro. I mean it, bro. Like all the vintage spots from Japan all the way to Tacoma, Washington. Like vintage shopping is my shit. So running a brand, you know, you learn shit as you go. I'm like, fuck. Like I didn't have I didn't have the bread to like put up and like, yo, go buy blanks, let's get it printed, this, that, and the third. But I had a whole bunch of heat transfers.
Yeah.
Like, you get what I'm saying? So I'm like, boom, I got hella heat transfers, and then I got tons of just blank tees, like vintage tees, like, it don't matter what the fuck that shit got on there. Notre Dame
I'm gonna
University.
put my shit on it.
What? Nigga, let's go. Like, so I did it, and it went off like a hit. People still to this day be like asking me to bring stuff back, but it's like, I be big on like, now I get why artists be like this, like musicians. It's like,
I can't do the same song.
I can't repeat that moment. It ain't gonna feel the same way to me.
Because I know where I was.
Yeah, I know where I was
I'm
in that
faking
moment,
it.
that
I'm
place.
faking it.
Yeah, that high not gonna hit. The high
For me, at least.
Yeah, the
It
high
might
that's gonna
for
hit
you.
for me. It ain't even gonna hit for you. It's gonna fuck it up.
Yeah.
You gonna think you wanted it so bad, and you gonna be like, nigga, go. You from the Midwest, go get a Tahitian treat right now.
You have no the Tahitian treat gonna hit every time.
No, it's not. It's not. It's not.
That's because you're 38.
That is not.
That's because you're 38, nigga.
That's like saying
That
Tahitian
Tahitian
gonna hit every time.
See, we ain't talking about honeymoon.
No, they're the same. They're the same. They're the same.
You get an ice cold Tahitian treat in a can. You shitting me?
No, it ain't, man.
With some wings and some ribs? Are you fucking out of
All
your
that
element,
other
bro?
flavors is blinding you. A Tahitian treat ain't gonna hit the same. It don't, bro. I went through this. I was hurt.
You're 38.
And a Hawaiian punch.
See
it's all
that?
the same.
You adding bullshit.
No, that's all the same. They're in the same category.
You talking about the cousins?
They're the
nigga.
same.
Yeah, like you bring up a fucking Hugs juicy drink
they're
and
in
a
the
fucking
same.
Capri
Like, that's like
Sun.
Nelly, 50 Cent. All the niggas came around the same era.
I get what you're saying, but that's like if a nigga like, yeah, 50 Cent, and if you listen to Nelly, no, I'm talking about 50 Cent, nigga. I'm only talking about 50 Cent. Yeah, 50 Cent and Tony Ayo. No, nigga, I'm talking about 50 Cent. I have nothing to do with G Unit.
Man, my mom used to, real side note, my mom used to get the vanilla ice cream and pour the Tahitian treat on that shit.
That's crazy. That sounds crazy. I might do that today.
Oh, that shit amazing,
Nigga,
dog.
I do the orange soda, the orange pop. You say pop or soda?
So, I say,
See, orange soda, and everything else is pop.
yeah.
Same.
But I ain't gonna lie.
You're a liar. Just lie.
I ain't
Please
gonna
just lie.
I
That were my idea of you.
I've
Midwest
been
kid.
saying soda for a long time.
It's the New York.
It's the same. Yeah, New York fucked me up the same way I used to say tennis shoes, now I say sneakers. But before I moved,
that's I just say shoes.
what kind of shoes?
Some gym shoes.
When I was growing up, like, for
Gym
example,
shoes. Do niggas in New York have gym class?
They do. But you know another thing I didn't like about New York? Man, my New York niggas gonna get on my head when they hear this. It's like my high school was called Rogers High School. Mm-hmm. It's like somebody, a person. It's like a statue, whoever the fuck that nigga is.
That shit like New York Middletown
That shit be
Square.
like PS 95-1.
The fuck does that mean?
That shit sound like institution.
What does that mean?
That be the name of their school.
PS what?
Some of them have names like Lincoln this, Lincoln High, but a lot of them be like P95 this. They be like a.
It's too many schools. Too many niggas.
It be like a zip code, like a zoop zoop zoop.
Yeah,
like
too many niggas.
Like a serial number.
Them
Like,
niggas living in
I graduated from.
them niggas living in a Terminator world. It's not a real place.
I love New York, man. Like I developed like some real friends there. Like I was about to tell this story earlier, but I went sidetracked. I remember I had like real bad asthma, right? I'm living in.
Here we go. We back.
Yeah, remember that? That was right before we went and got. Yo, full circle, man. We gonna toast to that. That's what we was talking about.
He was like,
right?
get me back on track. I don't know, nigga. I lost the shit.
That's what we was talking about. I was living in the Lower East Side. Shout out to the y'all will forever. What they say? Y'all will forever remain nameless. My homies, I had like real bad asthma. Nigga ain't got no medical insurance and all that. My homies robbed the pharmacy
Nice.
on 14th Street.
What they take? Just asthma?
Albuterol, the whole nebulizer machine, and inhalers and all that. Brought that shit to me the
That would
next day.
take a lot.
Out of nowhere. Like, yo, here. Like, yo, we got this. Like, I was like, what?
That's love, dog.
What?
That's real love.
No disrespect, but ain't none of my Ohio homies stepping like that. They got more logic built or something, but they ain't
New York
stepping
niggas
like
are
that.
different. It's
Yeah.
fun. I want to like. It's funny too. Like, it was always like
I
LA
love
or New
New
York,
York,
and I
man.
moved straight to LA just off like wanting to act. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like those things. Just because I was on Vine, I was making skits. I'm like,
Yeah. It makes
it's all the
sense.
next step that makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
When I went to New York and I fell in love with New York and I'm in Brooklyn, I'm in Queens, and I'm like, oh, this feel like home.
Yes.
LA don't feel like home.
There's so much culture in New York. Like the people, the food, like
I'm chopping with niggas.
And
I'm like,
if New York, like if they fuck with you, they really fuck with you.
And they love you.
And they just not
and they're not gonna let you go.
And it's like no bullshit going on.
Yeah.
They not. That's why they be like, my body.
Nigga know my body.
You know my body. My body different. Like, don't play with me like that. Like, they know. They
you know me. It ain't nothing. I'm putting up no front.
I got like lifetime friends from New York. Like lifetime friends. Like we baby showers, bar mitzvahs, gifts. Like when my sneaker release happened, all of the homies from New York, like 12 of them flew out here. Like crazy, bro.
All my homies that like, not all. Like I got a few, but like. All the homies that I got that's from LA, that live in LA, are like from like LA. But then all of the homies that live in LA that are like lifetime homies are like one of my best friends from like Norway.
All my friends that live in LA are from Ohio.
So they're not fucking LA friends.
When I lived in LA, it was like a blur. Like I was with every day.
Yeah, so
from 5 a.m. until it was like LA was just the backdrop.
Yeah, of where everything else is happening.
Where I was at. That's why I told you earlier, it looked nice out your window. It's like I wasn't at the beach. I wasn't like hanging around here, hanging around there. When I was in LA, it was like boot camp for 4.5 years. I was on the go, moving like NASCAR, Jeff Gore, 100 miles an hour every day.
And I can understand why I feel like hamster wheel.
1,000, and you coming from New York hamster wheel.
Yeah.
Where New York, like I tell people, and
they both are. Like, they're both hamster wheels. They're different sides of the spectrum.
I tell people, it wasn't until I moved to New York that I learned, like, yo, like New York, they work and party from Monday through Friday, and on Saturday and Sunday it's like D&D. It's like that's when you see niggas like doing light brunch, going to Target, doing laundry, cleaning up their crib. Like New York niggas don't come outside on a Saturday or Sunday unless it's an event. And you gotta be there. Other than that, Monday through Friday is the turn up. We going to work, and then we get off work, and we going to kick it.
And I gotta kick it Monday through Friday because work is work.
Yeah,
real work.
And we not coming back home. So when you get up to leave out for work in the morning, you not coming back home until the end of the club at the end of the night.
Because getting home is disgusting.
Yes.
Why am I stopping at home?
Why am I going back?
If I got a bag, my clothes, my change is in the bag.
What?
The laptop in here.
What? I'm gonna stop over there and grab a hoodie. Dude, like, you know what I mean?
Man, I was
it's a real survival. And you dressing for 2 weathers, 2 forecasts. You like, pack that because it might rain.
I was in New York.
Already gonna be hot.
I did my first pop up in New York with Shopify.
I seen that. That was fire.
I want to say it was the last day. If you had my little Lions jersey on, boom, boom. Nothing crazy, but like it's chill.
Yeah.
Get out that motherfucker, go to a little taco shop. Got a taco shop, it's raining. Straight. Vintage little on the street sale.
Right there.
Straight. Let me get the windbreaker off of you.
That's why.
And now I'm back in business. Like it's over.
That's why I love New York, because you see like you surrounded by entrepreneurship. You see all the mom and pop shops.
How could you not be inspired?
Yeah, like places like Walmart and stuff like that is not even allowed in them type of cities. It's like because they put them on. They put
them out of business.
Yeah, they're not even allowed.
That's the economy for real.
Exactly. Like you can go to
where the fuck would a Walmart even go?
I live.
And it's like upstate.
Like think about it. They Home Depots and Targets look like institutions. They look like office buildings. Like I'm on the 4th floor of Home Depot. Hold up, my reception going out.
Because there's no wide space.
Yeah, you going up. Yeah, you can't.
That was stupid. That was stupid.
That's unacceptable. That was terrible, actually. That was so terrible. That was terrible. We just gonna move on.
What was I about to say?
That's what happens. Blantons.
What's it called again? Blants?
Blantons.
Blantons.
Yeah, BLN, like plantains. Plantain.
Plantain?
Yeah.
Why'd you get this gift?
I don't even remember.
Let me ask you something. You are 12 years my elder.
Yeah.
How's it feel being a dad?
Man.
What's your favorite thing about being a dad?
It's the most amazing thing ever. And I feel like, man, you know how they say like, you're supposed to, the goal is to raise your kid to have a better life than you. It's like, My dad worked 33 years for Chrysler. And then retired and went into truck driving and worked more factory jobs. And because when you retire, you never retire. Like, you get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And my mom been working almost 30 years, 28 years now in housekeeping at Toledo Hospital. I come from a real blue collar family, grew up in the projects, and we moved out of the projects to the houses right by the projects, like you know
adjacent,
you know
project adjacent.
You know what I'm saying? So I say all that to say, like, we all been through that. It's like Ye said, like, we in the project always, we all there, we don't heard all that shit. We used to it, like, but that's where I come from. My mother and my father growing up, I'm sure your mother and father can relate. They never knew that I was gonna turn out like this.
Yeah.
So when they see me, when I got my mom with me, and we have releases, and I'm giving my mom 2 Adidas shoes, and like how you said, like, if you inspire, imagine how my parents feeling. My parents walking in Hollister, going to these different offices, and you know, seeing all this shit play out in front of her eyes, or seeing me walk across her screen with Kanye and doing all this stuff, or talking to me, I'm like, Mom, I'm in this country, I'm in that country, I'm on my 2nd passport, like, you know what I'm saying, like, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. It's like, wow. Like, I remember I used to ask my mom for help for my homework, and she used to say, I don't know, ask your granny. Yeah. And as a kid, I used to be so confused, like, wait, if you don't know, how the fuck she don't know? She's older than you. She's gonna raise you, yeah. Like, you're supposed to be the youngest, like, you get what I'm saying? So I say all that to say, I'm like, look how far I take it. Well, man, what my kid gonna do? I got so much to teach this nigga. My mom ain't started driving until she was 40. Mm. She never had her license ever in her life until she was 40 years old. Like, you get what I'm saying?
And things start to cut in half.
So it's like,
with every generation.
You know how they be like, you breaking generational curses? It's like, yeah, fuck the financial. It's like a life. Like, my son already was born into a better life than I was born into. Like, you get what I'm saying? To be able to raise him every day, bro, see that, to look over and see that face light up at me, like, I ain't never looked at anything or anyone how I look at my son. It's like a never ending thing. It's like being in New York and going over the Brooklyn Bridge. That shit never get old, nigga. I don't give a fuck how many times you do it. You come over that bridge, it's like, woo! Like, you know what I mean? That's how I feel. Like, it's like dropping a new project and it's like knocking that home run. It's like that feeling, that rush. It's like, my son is like everything. And it really just like turned me up. Cause now I'm really moving with a purpose. Yeah. Like, nigga been flying, nigga been getting some money. We been doing whatever the shit that the blessing that we get. You know what I mean? But it's like, now I'm really moving like that. And I'm like, I've been in the gym like heavy for like 3 years. I just celebrated my 3.5 year anniversary. Like, that's more so like therapy for me. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I seen you. When I see you, like, on your gym journey, I thought that was so far. Cause I was like, not only are you gonna look good in the process, but your brain.
Nigga, my mind is so sharp I'm here
Monday through Friday. Not to get too off track from you.
I'm going to the gym from here.
Bro, look, I'm in the gym Monday through Friday, 7 in the morning every day. Up in that bitch, gone. Like, it's like, nigga, I schedule my schedule around it. I have to go to the gym first.
Just wake your mind up.
It is my therapy. I talk to myself in the gym. I pray with myself. I cry in the car on my way to the gym.
I'm happy you said that.
I cry in the car.
I be crying in the car
leaving the gym. Like, but the man I feel like when I'm walking back across that parking lot versus the man I was when I was walking in.
Play different. It's like night and day.
Some days I wake up and I don't even want to get out the bed. I got anxiety that's like swallowing me up to my throat. I'm scared to even move through my day. Scared to function through my schedule. I be telling myself, I'm just going to lay in the bed all day. And then some just say, get up. I get up, use the bathroom, get myself together, go to the gym. I leave the gym feeling like,
I can do anything I want to do in the world.
By the time I'm about to walk about that bitch, I'm answering emails again. I'm sending text messages, sending plays to the homies. Yo, we doing this today. Yo, we checking on this. Yo, what's up with this? But I'm functioning. Protein shake, get home, eat a little bit. Let's get the coffee going. We rolling, we moving. And I'm sitting right at this motherfucking table.
Write shit down.
Going through it. Like, you know, putting out fight, you know, fighting the fight. Like, you know, we building. I'm a builder. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we building. Like, and I feel like, yeah, man, this is all a blessing. And to be able to be here with my son, him seeing me, you know, be able to raise him every day. Like, even my dog, I got 2 kids, I feel like, you know what I'm saying? My oldest boy, my youngest boy, prime time and gnarly. Like, you know what I'm saying? My son is my Instagram man. His name is Gnarly Daryl Brown. His government. It's like, nigga, you gotta be great. And I gotta make sure that you great. Like, I'm moving like
I gotta represent you properly.
What? I'm moving like crazy now. Because now I done did all this. I done did so much major shit. You just inspired me. That means I gotta pull up another 20 years of highlights. Because now you gotta see the shit.
Yeah.
You ain't got to.
It gotta be during the time that you've been here.
I'm holding on to everything. I'm archiving everything. I'm holding it. Y'all gotta show my son this. He gotta see this. He gotta see that. When I got the key to the city, I'm like, yeah, I'm putting this in my son room. I'm gonna hang this bitch up in my son room one day. Like, I'm from Toledo, Ohio. I'm getting the key to the city. Niggas don't get the key to the city. Like, what? Like, you from Detroit? You know what that mean? Like, what? Like, the only niggas get this heroes. I'm a hero. Oh. And I ain't caught no ball dribble, no passes. I ain't punched nobody. I ain't shot no. I wasn't in no wars. I got this off my creativity, off my brain. That would be like the affirmations. And you'd be like, oh, I know we on the right path. Like, and this was the whole reason that a nigga moved home. This was to like help inspire the youth. Like, you know how dope it is, bro, to be like y'all live in Cleveland, be fucking the brands up when they.
No, they be like. You know, like,
we gonna come to it.
I'm in Detroit.
Yeah, I'm right here in Cleveland. You fly right into Hopkins. Or when I was in Toledo, yeah, I would have dropped the whole Adidas campaign. And we got 6 billboards all over the city in the hood, like BMF. Nigga, I got the big ass Adidas billboard in all the hoods in the city. But you know the impact that'll have here versus a nigga that's walking
in LA
out
and don't even look at it.
Somebody in LA, somebody in New York, a kid, like, it ain't his fault. He see that every day.
Yeah.
It's nothing. He see that every day. It's like another thing. It's the NCAA women's Final Four going down in Cleveland. The whole city shut down right now. This shit was in New York or LA, it'd be like another day, nigga. You wouldn't even know what was going on. You bacon, egg, and cheese, my nigga. Like, fuck out of here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like the impact, and that's what I'm all about. Like, I feel like that's why our paths cross. It's the impact, like in the city. But it feels good to be able to live here and still get busy. Like, you would think I'm still living in LA, like still living in New York. I've been home almost 4 years now. You can't tell, like, you know what I mean? Like, but I feel like the journey is like the story. I always say the journey makes the story better.
It's funny because, like, man, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm a drinker though.
Okay, man, you got me.
I'm also not driving,
which is a beautiful thing.
But something I want to say. What?
Yeah, go ahead.
What you about to say?
No, what you about to say?
I gained weight.
Okay.
I struggle with gaining weight. I was 128. I was 128 pounds when I first started working out. When you met me, I was 128 pounds.
Bro, I was
around
like 134.
I'm 144 now. Sitting in front of you, I'm 144. I've never been 104 pounds in my entire life.
I'm like 168 right now. I've never weighed this much in my life.
It's amazing.
My
Feels
face
great.
got a little fat, like, but I struggle.
With seeing that?
Yes.
I struggle. That's why I weighed myself.
I had two insecurities, right? Because I'm an ex-athlete.
Yeah, you was running track, so you was slim.
It's like how they say, like, would you rather have had it and lose it or never had it at all? It's like you had it and then you lost it. So I got down to like 135 pounds, 130 pounds. I would be disgusted. I got all these fly clothes on, but at the end of the night, I'm a young boy, 28, 31, you know, going through my life. I would be disgusted when I look at myself in the mirror.
Yeah.
Like, literally, like, skinny, the little belly, like frail as fuck. Especially when I look at old pictures of me now, like you can see like my jawline and shit. Like, I'm like, damn, like I was mad skinny. Like, you know what I mean? So
you don't even realize how skinny you are in that moment either.
You don't. You feel like you're normally healthy.
Yeah.
So then when I started like getting healthy and like changing my whole shit, it really, shout out to my guy Tyler. Like,
I love Tyler.
I was really like,
me and Tyler have such random, in depth.
Bro,
he's existential crisis, drunk conversations all the fucking time.
Bro, he is like, man, he is so solid, man. He is like a good dude. Like, he really helped like save my life.
He always gravitates towards me somehow when we have parties.
Yeah.
I don't know how he finds me.
Wasted. Y'all be on the same wavelength.
Is he Pisces?
Yep.
Yeah, that's why.
Yep. Damn, that's great. But look, my whole squad is.
Really?
4 of them, and my brother. Like, well, all
Your brother
my,
is a Pisces.
So I got 4 brothers. 1 Gemini.
I'm thinking of light skinned brother. Brandon?
Brian. He's a Pisces. That's like my best man, basically.
Yeah, I fuck with
Brian.
Brian.
And he a Pisces. My guy Jason a Pisces. Tyler is a Pisces. My whole little squad is a Pisces down there. Like, you know, my
Makes
lady a
sense.
Taurus. But it's like all those signs is like flowing right the fuck with me.
All my brothers are compatible signs with me. So
Same. My brothers are all Cancers.
my oldest brother is a Cancer. My second oldest is a Scorpio and a Taurus.
My brother.
And my youngest is an Aries. I don't know where the fuck that came from.
My other brothers is my sister is a Cancer. My other brother is a Cancer. And then my other brother that's a photographer, he's a Gemini. But like a couple days away from damn near being a Cancer. So it was like which made it easy when I got hints and hindsight. It was nothing.
Yeah, because you already dealt with it.
He a Gemini, ain't from the Midwest. Man, he was just like my brother.
It's a normal nigga.
Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, hey, like we gang, but yeah. We was talking about something else though. That's why we even got to that.
I don't know. I was doing this Blantons. What I was gonna say though is I moved back home and it was like that adjustment period of like, oh, I'm not in touch. I ain't seen my niece in years. Like
out
really,
the loop. You feel
really haven't seen my niece.
Hard, bro.
It hit you because I'm like, I've been working my ass off in the wrong direction.
You know, it was the first time I ever experienced like survivor's remorse.
I was gonna ask you.
The real one.
I was gonna ask you, have you experienced survivor's remorse? Survivor's remorse is some of the worst shit I've ever experienced.
Yeah. I mean, but my thing is like I had survivor's remorse, so I didn't realize it. It's just because at the end of the day too, it's like I don't even think it's. I guess if you want to get technical, you can call it survivor's remorse, but I just look at it like niggas just care.
Yeah.
I just care. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like when you care about things like people, situations, things, material, when you care about anything, it's always like
thoughts.
Yeah, it's gonna be pulling. Like, you get what I'm saying? And like I said, I'm a Cancer, so I'm an overthinker. Like, I dwell on everything, every conversation, every little thing. I be feeling like like I be feeling like that's why like Japan is like my favorite place on earth. Mm-hmm. But they always lead with service. They feel like they could have did more.
Yeah.
They could have like did better and something. So I'm always feeling like that. Like, man, I could have did better by somebody. Like all the time. You know what I mean? So yeah, when I moved home too, just like you, it was like, wow. Like I realized how out of the loop, how detached I was. And then I battled with myself too, because you be trying to make sure like, yo, am I making the right decision? Yo, I don't want to be a failure. Is people gonna look at me like I fall off? Is people gonna look at me like, yo, why I move back home? Well, since I did move back home, am I gonna have the same motion? Am I gonna have the same glow? Am I gonna have like the same opportunities? When I do things with people, is it gonna be as attractive? Because I'm out in the state of Ohio, or I'm in Cleveland, Ohio, or I'm in the Midwest period all the time trying to do different things. Is it gonna be as attractive? Like, are like my cool homies
you still LA, think I'm cool?
Or like my cool homies in LA and in New York, are they still gonna think like, yo, yeah, like he, you know what I'm saying? Or is, you know, it's like Meech. Is the gang gonna love me? If I leave the gang, is the gang gonna love me? Like, you get what I'm saying? So those are things that I battle with, and you still battle with sometimes. You get FOMO on things, you feel like you missed out on different things, or this didn't happen, or that one happened, but I just feel like, no, I'm right where I need to be. Like, God showed me so many times. I feel like that's where like faith comes in. And like you said, instant gratification, being rewarded. It's like it's not like no instructions that's telling you like,
this worked.
Okay, I'm right here.
And you got your good grade.
Yeah, I'm right here, so I'm good. There's nowhere to like grade yourself or like scale yourself. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's nowhere to really like put yourself in that. You just gotta kind of like keep going. That's why I love like them little Instagram memes where the diamond be right there and it'd be like two people.
It's like you just walked away.
Yeah, like you walked
right before the diamond.
And that's what always kind of be like. It's like I got like a fire burning in me, dog. Like, you get what I'm saying? It's like I got like a real fire burning in me, and I'm like, this is what I love to do. Now I get why niggas be like, even if I want to get paid, this is I love the game. Like, this is what I love to do. I want to do this. It's like, I get it. It's like, I love clothes. I love fashion. I love, like, how I've grown with it now. Like, you get what I'm saying? Now I'm, like, not only am I, like, storytelling, but then I'm, like, moving with a purpose, too. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, stuff like that. So I love, like, this journey, even though it's, like, stressful and difficult.
That's what I be stressed about.
Some days I be like, I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna give up. If a release don't go well, you feel like a horrible failure. If you think about everything you invested into it.
I just had a release that did not go well.
I had a few.
Like, I've had releases that didn't go well.
Yeah.
But this one, it was like, man, it's the day before my birthday.
Yeah.
I'm in a tracksuit in front of the lake on the coldest day in Michigan. I'm with my fucking dog. I'm freezing my ass off. I'm putting storytelling behind it. I done fucking design, pick the colors. Why y'all ain't fucking with it? I thought it was fuck winnable.
Why ain't nobody talking about my macaroni and cheese?
Why ain't nobody talking about my macaroni and cheese?
You know what I'm saying?
Why is there no press with this? What's going on? I'm really killing shit.
Then it like that fucks you up a little bit.
Yeah, it staggers your confidence.
Yeah, it be like, am I losing it? Do I got it? Like, is niggas not fucking with me no more or something? Like, I battle with that all the time.
Every single day.
But I feel like that's good to have though, because I see some people that just be like so complacent and like not aware. It's like being an AA. It's like the first step is admitting.
something clearly didn't connect.
The first step is acknowledging and accepting. Like, you get what I'm saying? So I feel like I stay on my toes because I know that God giveth and He can take it away. Mm-hmm. Or it's like sports. Nigga, you can score 60 tonight, and then we look up and that motherfucker ain't scored over 10 points the last 12 games. And guess what? You ain't shit. And Stephen A. Smith was saying niggas need to trade you. Like, you get what I'm saying? Nobody talking about how you went for 60 no more. You score 60, you the man after the game. You all over the highlights. Like,
and then that moment's gone.
Gone. You got to maintain that. Brown don't score 60 every night.
But it's consistency. There's a consistency there.
So it's like I move with like this analogy. Like I tell my team all the time. I be like, we not playing home run ball. We just trying to get on base. We just trying to come on base and get home. Like if we sell 20 units, 30 units, 40 units, cool. Let's just try to do that same shit 80 times a year. Like, you know what I'm saying? If we hit some of the motherfuckers out of the party, it's like, yo, we sold 1,000 units. This shit done went viral. We done boom, 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 boom. That's
not get caught up in
That's not reality.
Yeah.
That's not reality.
That's a moment.
That's a moment.
It's not every day.
Respect, accept that moment, but let's get back to work. That's why niggas after the end of the game, like, yo, we still got work to do. I'm back in the gym Monday. It's like, that's how I look at it. Like, yo, I gotta be back on it because that's gonna help me balance out them days when I barely have, I done put my all into something and then you barely get nothing. And you feel embarrassed and horrible. And but guess what? Show gotta go on.
And it'd be crazy because like on the back end, no one knows the back end.
No
one knows you failed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you see the numbers. You're like, fuck, what did I do wrong? And now you just overly analytical. Shit. I'm like, nigga, is it me?
You start throwing out your whole strategy, switching up your strategy.
And that's the thing where it's like, what did we say? The meme where they mining. It's like, oh no, that's the thing I get caught up on. It's like, it fuck around and not having nothing about the rollout. They just didn't like the color. They didn't like the design. They didn't like the fit. Or they can't even tell it's good quality because it's online. You know what I mean?
Too is, it just wasn't the right time.
Yeah.
And I say that because like, some things that I've experienced now, I prayed for them years ago.
These problems and things?
No. Problems, the wins and the losses.
Yeah, the problems we have now are the problems we wish we had.
Things that you may have achieved or experienced or had, at some point in life, I prayed for them. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? And at the time, I didn't get them. And then I got them now. And I realized after I got them that if God would have gave them to me when I was asking for them, I would have fucked it all up.
Yeah.
I would have blew it all. I would have fucked that pack up. Like, you get what I'm saying? I would have messed it all up. Like, so that's why I say like every step on the ladder matters. It's just not. Sometimes it might be like time.
I like that. Every step on the ladder matters.
It do. It'd be like something like when people ask you a question like, "Yo, what was your best moment?" It's like, all of them. That's like asking a nigga, What's your favorite meal? It's like, I can't eat at motherfucking Nobu every day. I appreciate the ramen noodle meals too, nigga. And the grilled cheese. Every stuff.
I wouldn't be alive without them.
Right, I wouldn't have been able to get to the Nobu if I didn't eat that shit. So it's like, every step of the ladder matters. The good games, the bad games. This is wins and lessons, nigga. I learned strategy. Because I'm still going.
Yeah.
I had a bad sale. I had a bad game. But it ain't say, nigga, you matter is done. Pack that shit up. It's like, no, all right.
It ain't done until I give up on it.
We back till we on to the next.
Man, that's the shit niggas don't see.
Like we got our ass kicked tonight.
That's the shit niggas don't see.
No, they see the highlights. Like Instagram, social media, not even just Instagram.
I try my best for my Instagram to not be highlights.
Social media is highlights. It's like watching ESPN. Everybody's showing you popping bottles. They're showing you the jet they own. They're showing you the jet skis. They're showing you the life, the jewelry, the travel, all of that. They not showing you like the hoops that they had to jump through. They're not showing you the count might be in the negative while they're doing that. The wire ain't hit. Like, you get what I'm saying? They might not show you that they done had like 4-5 losses. Like, you get what I'm saying? They not showing you that. Nigga, you seen a project that's coming out in January, like a Walmart, but I've been working on that since July. Every day. Like, you know what I'm saying? With my shorty and having a kid. And still, like, after
being
my
phenomenal.
After my kid is, like, born 7 hours later, like, we in the hospital with the laptop up, sending in revisions. Grinding. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, that's why I said the journey makes the story better. It's like, a person might look at me today and be like, yo, I'm fired than him. I got better ideas than him. Like, I can do this. I don't have to worry about that I don't have to deal with that with my team. And they get on my team and they feel like, yo, I can do that. I can do this better than you.
Nah, that fucking hostile takeover be a motherfucker.
And it's like, yeah, you may feel like that, but it don't work like that. You got to start back from back there.
You just close.
You couldn't took the journey to get here.
You skipped a lot of steps because I brought you in here.
Exactly. So that's how I looked at like my time with Ye. Like, nigga, you not Ye. Sponge up this experience so you know how to get back here. You know the way. You know the way. You know how to get here. You know what the fuck is going on here. Follow the breadcrumbs, nigga. Now we gonna bring you back and use what I taught you to get here. It's like nigga playing Call of Duty and I'm playing online with somebody that's ranked up. I'm on levels and flying around shooting shit. I don't even got the right guns.
But he just following this nigga.
Yeah, he do.
When he die, you pick his slow enough.
He do. So now I know how to play. Well, guess what? Well, he ain't online no more.
Nigga, I know what gun that is.
I know exactly what to go do now. Now I'm about to be there. He gonna get back on in 2 days and I'm be like, what's good? What we doing? Where else we going? It's like that, bro. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, I feel like people just see like the wins. They don't be understanding like, yo, no, niggas just really like putting their all into this. They emotion, not just financial, don't put money. It's like, you can have all the money in the world and your shit still don't pop.
I think a big thing you said to me that fucked me up just now was like, not just now, but throughout our conversation was, you like, it's a lot of emotion. And I'm like,
it's a lot of, that's how I see it.
when you was like, it's a lot of emotion.
I'm processing emotions.
You deal with a lot of emotions. I'm like,
yeah, I'm seeing emotions. Like, I'm not seeing like.
I'm like happy that I don't never get to talk to anyone that's processing it.
But everybody not processing it like that.
Fair enough. But that's how it's intended on my end. It's like,
I'm looking at it from like how I would be dealing with it, and I'm looking at it like, okay, this is who he is. He's already told us who he is, open book. He's came from day one. Like, yo, this is me. Okay, so I'm seeing that. I'm accepting that. Like, a lot of
people don't accept it
because they
make their own thing.
You know what it is? You know what it is? People don't listen.
Yeah, no, not at all. Listen, process, and accept.
You get what I'm saying? Like, I'll be watching you. I'm a YouTube junkie. I watch like the little Deion Sanders, his son Deion Sanders Jr. got the little webisodes that he be showing like from the day to day that they doing or whatever. The other day he posted one, and long story short, Deion, like Coach Prime, he like called a timeout. Woo, timeout. He stopped the defense. Like, yo, what's going on? Like, what's wrong with the communication? Everybody's supposed to know what's going on, right? He called the play. Why ain't nothing going on? Dude, like, a couple players. I mean, we good. We everything know. So he's like, no. We gonna quit sweeping stuff from the road. Let's get right down to it. Well, if everybody know the call, why ain't it done right? Everybody was quiet. And then one dude was like, cause they not listening. And then he was like, exactly, y'all not listening. Everybody need to listen and then do what they're supposed to do. And it's like, that's how it is. Like, to this whole shit, it's like, people don't be listening. So all I'm saying, I have to say, I listened to exactly what the fuck you was telling me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, that's how he is. Plus my own personal experience, like, you cool as fuck. And then so when I see you dropping stuff, I'm like, yo, these are like emotions. Cause when I'm dropping stuff, it's emotions. It's feelings. Like every project, I done turned down deals. I don't just
do everything that come across the fucking board.
For niggas.
Yeah, you not sucking the job.
I'm tapping into a story, to a feeling. Like, you get what I'm saying? I'm putting out emotions and feelings and tapping into different frequencies over here. So when I see, and I'm just doing it through clothes. And the times I get to like speak to people. So when I see you doing it like clothes, it's like you like a media like conglomerate. Cause it's like all types of videos you dropping. It ain't just like one type of video. It's like this type, that type, that type. Then I watch you over here play the game. Then you doing this. Then you doing that. Then you just talking to people. Then you with your family. Then you doing a skit. Then you doing this. Then you doing that. I admire. I'm like, yo, that's so fire. Cause these are so many like, whether they hit or not, so many like thought out emotions that's being put out. Where it might look like you just freestyling.
It's crazy that you say that.
Where it look like you just freestyling and you don't have a clue what you're doing, but you very fucking calculated.
It's very methodical.
You very calculated. So that's what I'm saying. It's like the art of war. That's what it's like. Yeah. Yo, he knows exactly what he's doing. Like to the point, it's working. You think he's crazy.
Yeah.
He's all over the place.
It's crazy.
And he might be all over the place, but he's very,
it's like there's a method to the madness.
Like just when you just released the tracksuits, I thought that was genius because I'm like, if you've been following this niggas the last 2 weeks, you would be like, how the fuck he got time or emotion or bandwidth to drop tracksuits? Now he like, yeah, look, boom, 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 everything well thought out. I'm like, yo, this motherfucker's good. Pop, 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 pop. I'm like, yo, he's good. Like, I'm seeing it. I'm like, he's keeping the main thing. You think a lot of shit is going, it's a lot of shit.
Hey, that shit in the middle of a bender.
Yeah. He's like, bender is over. New collection tomorrow. We're going to drop out as a lookbook. Oh, walking the dog at the park. I'm like, this thing was just on a bender. Now he's like, I'm like, yo, he's good. Like, you just like, okay, like he got you all in his world, like he fucking it up. I thought that was genius, like you know. Thank you. So I can understand like how animal emotions niggas like, niggas ain't feeling me.
Yeah, I be like y'all. Bro, I swear to God, I be like, what do you mean? You know how hard it is to do some shit like this?
Y'all see this? Like,
what about my mac and cheese though?
Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, come on, man.
We're gonna do a toast. Can I pour something else? This was a gift to you. I'm a very sentimental person.
No, I mean, no, we good. We drunk it look, when you get gifts, right? Especially like, cause look, put it like this, look. I'm more of a Rasta than a seller.
A Rasta?
Than a seller.
Than a sailor, like a boat?
Yeah.
So you're on land?
I'm more of a smoker than a drinker.
Okay, word. Me.
Like, you get what I'm saying?
No, I'm a seller.
So when you get gifts like this and special bottles, you're only supposed to bring them out for special times. Yeah. So it's like, yo, this is a moment. Like, I don't be sitting at the house. Clearly, you see the decoration. That's for decoration. Niggas drinking. Is this some hype shit? Or niggas pouring this shit. Like, you get what I'm saying? So clearly, you know what I mean? I don't just be drinking. So I'm like, yo, it's a special moment. I did Meech put it up. We chopped it up. And niggas put out the blends. Otherwise. Like for example, you see wherever we leave it at, if you was to say come back midsummer, it might still be right there. I'm that type. Like, yo, that's that Hennessy we was drinking. Like, damn. Like, that's me. Like, cause I can turn up, I can party with the best of them, but
on the day to day,
I'm more of a roster than a seller, man.
I'm at your falls of toast to the Midwest kids.
Hey, Midwest kids, that matter.
That was nice. The way you did that little thing right there. Yeah.
Really?
In the last little moments of the shot before I could even speak, that was great.
You feel me?
I appreciate you, brother.
I appreciate you, man.
Love you very much. Fan of a fan.
Appreciate you pulling up, man. This is dope.
I've never been to Cleveland before.
Never?
Yeah, only driven through. My dad. So like when we drive to Alabama, we would drive to Cleveland, like all that. You know what I mean?
No.
I think so.
No way.
Yeah, swear to God.
How y'all get on? Y'all would just take 75 down, you know?
You drive truck?
Oh, yeah, it's different. You take it a different situation. Yeah. Smart. Yeah, I
we drive through like Cincinnati, Cleveland,
yeah.
but I never knew where we were. I'm
Right.
asleep, you know what I mean? But he like, yeah, Cincinnati, nigga, big ass skyline.
Yeah.
I'm like, straight. But even if we're not in the truck driving like 18-wheeler,
right.
like where his mind is the roads he would take to go through different places, you know what I mean?
I've been living out here for like, I moved out here at the top of like 2023. My lady from here, we found out we was pregnant. I was like, my kid would be better living in Cleveland versus Toledo. And plus, I felt like it was smarter to move where her support system is.
Than yours.
Yeah, like first time, we first time parents. So I'm like, for her to be like closer to like her mother and, you know, and stuff like that. I felt like that was like important, her siblings and stuff like that. Cause my mother and my siblings, my brothers and stuff, they can just pull up on me. You know what I'm saying? I'm a whole ass man. Like, you know what I mean?
Versus a woman, it's like.
It's different, yeah. Like,
it has to be a
I didn't want to just have her in Toledo feeling like she on the island. Cause
Yeah.
she ain't from Toledo. She don't be in Toledo. So she was just in there with a fresh, not being able to see her.
And a fresh baby.
Yeah, not being able to see her siblings and her, you know, the grannies and all. That's like, it takes a village. That stuff is really important.
That's honestly, like, I moved back home, like, it was 2 parts. It's like love. So the girl I was in at the time lived in Michigan. Mm-hmm. And then there's like family. I'm like,
family is everything.
I'm like, I want to buy a home.
Yeah.
But damn, I want my grandma to see it.
Yeah.
My grandma not coming to Cali.
Yeah, and it's like there's no place like home, man. I'm like big man on campus. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, fuck around. I'm getting a key. Fuck around, fuck around, get a street outside my high school.
oh God, these niggas gotta know me. These niggas know me.
You feel me? Like, I need a couple
better than us.
Foundation, couple funds. Like, I'm speaking, and it's like, that's how it's supposed to be. I'm hometown hero. Like, varsity blues. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, with my people, though. Like, home is home. It feel way better. The love hit better. And then at the end of the day, price of living is better. You just go home. Yeah. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, so it's like.
I was in a crib in LA and I was, alright.
Bro,
time to pack this motherfucker up.
I remember I looked at the crib, bro. I looked at like 3 cribs, dead ass. And the first crib was like $1.8 million, bro.
And it wasn't shit.
And it was like a little ass house that'd be like 80 bands out here.
But no, I got palm trees in the front of that bitch.
Dog, they like, no, it's location. Nigga, what? I ain't buying a plot of land. I'm buying a house, nigga. What the fuck you talking about location?
I don't own this street.
This shit got like 2 bedrooms. This is a 1-story, 2. It's like a little normal house.
It's a shack, nigga. My mama house bigger than
like this shit like Craig house on Friday. Y'all want 1.8 M's?
With no fucking driveway, nigga.
I gotta sleep in that motherfucker, not outside by these palm trees, dog. Like, come on, man.
No, niggas have bought into a fantasy like.
I was just like, no, like, that's another thing. Like, being from Middle America, it gave me like different perspectives. Yeah, like I say this on. I say this during
Midwest perspective might be the name of this.
Ooh.
Yeah, you like that? Eh? You like that?
That is, cause it do. Look, I remember. Look, I told this story before. When I was like living in New York like a year. And my mom, you know, be Western Union, me money and shit. I'm at the Western Union picking up some bread, and the guy, he like, where you from? I'm like, I'm from here, cause my dudes from New York taught me like, yo, motherfucker, say the accent you from,
trying to get you.
say you from here, cause they be trying to line you up, like, you know what I mean? Just say you from here, your people from here, or whatever. I'm like, all right, so I'm telling the dude like I'm from here. He give me a look or whatever. So he, you know, he get me together. Right when he got ready to like wrap it up, or he give me my money. He like, where you from? For real? I'm like, Ohio. Then I'm like, why? I'm trying to like be hard. You know what I mean? Like I remember that trying to be hard. Like, I'm from Ohio. Why? Like I'm thinking like, what the fuck about to happen? You know what I mean?
Why asked me twice?
Yeah. And then he like, I knew it, man. He said, all the manners.
Yeah, we have too much.
He said, I ain't heard nobody. He said, you ain't hear saying thank you, yes, sir. No. He said, I ain't heard that. I can't remember the last time I heard somebody tell you thank you. And he was like, man, don't let nobody, this in Queens. He was like, yo, you living? I was like, yeah, I'm living out here. I just moved out here. Been living, you know, whatever. And he like, yeah, man, don't lose no manners. Don't let New York take the manners from you. Don't lose no manners. And that just stuck with me to the point I'm telling it now. You know what I mean? He probably think that was just nothing, but it really just hit me like, yo, like, okay, it gave me like a sense of pride of like where I'm from, like, you know what I mean, and appreciate more like where I'm from, you know, but then also understanding like how different it is. Like that's why I started Daryl Brown. cause and it's like workwear inspired, where like workwear in the fashion sense is a trend. You got people wearing workwear that ain't never worked a day in their life. Like you get what I'm saying? So I felt like it was. I feel like I owed it to my legacy to drop some real shit. I'm like, my dad been wearing boots all his life. I'm about to drop some boots and then be able to gift my dad.
You know, I was just talking about that shit because like the nigga was like, yeah, like everything in your story. And I'm like, certain shit in your story.
Like,
because you're wondering why you matter is dropping trucker.
Bro, it wasn't until
my father has to wear this jacket because it's cold, nigga.
Bro.
Not because it looked good.
Bro,
we don't have a Carhartt work in progress in Detroit for a fucking reason.
Look, when I grew up, I tell you, niggas wore Carhartt to go to work or niggas was trapping in the overall Carhartt all day. It wasn't until I moved to New York that I ever heard a Carhartt whip. I'm like, nigga, Carhartt.
What the fuck is Carhartt? What I mean?
It's not a work in progress.
Nigga, I'm working.
It's working.
There's no working. There's no progress happening, nigga.
I didn't understand that whole thing. I'm like, yo, people was really working, so I feel like I owed it to show people, like, no, this is where we really come from. Like the blue collar, the cities be looking like carcasses of because old factories everywhere and like all that. And then
I'm seeing it.
Yeah, and then you got people like me and you and others that doing it. Like, look at us, we doing this in Cleveland. We in Cleveland, Ohio right now, dog. But we got the power and the bandwidth. We ain't got nobody behind us, backing us, and all that. We got the power and the bandwidth to make this stretch go. That's why I'm like, nigga, we the pros. This shit ain't no little boy shit going on over here.
Hey, my favorite shit that niggas see me with, they be like, man, support small black owned businesses. Thanks. Nothing small about the shit I'm doing.
Bro,
I hope you, I know you don't know.
No, I hate
but I'm doing some big boy shit. It's happening up here.
Yeah, I hate when they be like, they do me like this. They be like, he has a local clothing brand. I'm like, boy.
Motherfucker bigger than the Super Bowl, I tell you.
I don't even have a location here. There's a P.O. box, boy. Motherfucking boy. This ain't no logo. No, nobody care my shit here. The boy, you better quit playing. Like,
hey,
so I get it. Like, it'd be
funny.
Because they have no idea.
Yeah, it'd be funny when I meet people like in the city, like older people, and they be like, oh, like, where you located? I'm like, I'm online only. They be like, online only. And fuck their mind up. I'm like,
they look at it's old school.
Everywhere.
It's a whole retraining.
Yeah.
But it's like, think about like not even to try to like sound like that, but like think about how many like lives that we changing.
Yeah.
Whether directly or indirectly. Cause I know when I was coming up, if somebody like me or you was walking around this bitch, I'm in their pocket. When I was coming up trying to be what I am now and or just find myself and figured it out, if it was a Durham Brown walking around Toledo, I would have been on his heels.
And I be telling niggas like,
yo,
I had
what?
posted it on IG for like 313 day. You know what I mean? That's our area code.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, I moved back home and I just want to work with people. I just want to show niggas.
You want to show the
all the information I gathered and how easy it is.
And that's, man, I tell you, that's how you live forever. Like, of course, one day we gonna die in the flesh. We gonna be gone. But the impact you made in people's lives while you was here, man, your shit gonna live forever, man. It feels so good when I did this partnership with Walmart, not to keep bringing it up, whatever, but that was just the latest thing I did, whatever. So when I did this thing with Walmart, in the beginning, you know, the contract not even signed yet. It's just a few Zooms. We a few Zooms in. It made me feel so good for them people to tell me like, man, we heard a lot of good things about you. We brought you up to here, brought you up to these people.
You just did that about me.
Yeah, like brought you up to this people, and then people got nothing but good shit to say about you. Like, yo, this, that, oh man, that's gonna be dope. Like, boom, boom, boom. That made me feel so good. Like, oh. Like, not a little big head, but I be feeling like God be talking to me like, see, you thought.
Yeah.
Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, when I got my Adidas deal, they was like, yo, we asked the whole office, all around the office, to put a list of names on a paper of who we should collab with for our to launch our Adidas campaign. You was on like 8 lists. Like consistent, like your name kept popping up on different people's lists. We was like, oh yeah, let's do him. Bro, that blew me. I'm like, oh. Like, cause
that's
I'm really just out here working hard.
That's the gratification because I'm working.
And it's no different.
It's just me locked in this lab, me, my lady, and my baby.
And it's no different than being like working at that factory, working at that job wherever you at, and you get that promotion.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you
get
see
that
it, huh?
Oh,
You see what a nigga doing in this bitch?
we out here, huh?
So let's did.
Yeah.
Cause it's 100 other niggas that's working
And
here.
that's all you need, like
too.
People telling people like we live in like a time where at least I feel my opinion where words don't mean anything anymore. People just throw words around.
Yeah, I'm really big on my word. If I say I'm gonna do it, I'll be mad when it don't happen.
Just
so I gotta make
throw
sure
words around like we just talking, like we texting. People really be having verbal text conversations with people when they talking. So I said that to say like, you know how good it feels for somebody to be like, yo, you doing a good job, bro. Or like, man, I'm proud of you. Or it'd be like, yo, I seen what you did, man. That was really dope, bro. Like whether they brought something from me or not, or somebody be like, yo, you, hey, I'm proud of you, man. Like, it be people I don't even know. I'm sure you get the same thing. Reach out to you like, hey, you helped me, or hey, it'd be like, wow, because I'm still that person.
Yeah.
I'm still that person that's a fan of me and a fan of all this when I first started. I'm still like, wow. So every time a person hit me up and be like, yo, asking me a question about some stuff, I'd be like, wow, me? Because I remember I used to want to talk to somebody. I remember I used to be like, man, I can't wait till the first time I get to do an interview. Or man, be going to South by Southwest and Complex Con and you know, and gender trade shows on. I'm like, man, I can't wait till one day I'm on a panel. Man, I can't wait till one day I have me a shoe one day. Man, I can't wait to or start a brand and you went from being happy to have 15 sales, and you got 100 sales, then you moved to 600,000, 700,000 units. But I'm still excited, like, man, I still remember the time when we dropped the first Midwest Kid hoodie and we got like 36 orders. I thought that was everything. Like, wow. 36 people. Look at this person. This person's in Australia. This person's in.
I remember reading the labels.
Yeah, reading all the labels. Yo, yeah, we gotta put all these slips in this because this one going to such and such. Wow, the Netherlands? For real? Whoa, this a real order. Yeah, man, they wear a size. This their name. Credit card information. I still cherish them moments just like that. I still got that same like hunger. Like, oh, so this. Fast forward to now, I'm still moving like that.
It'd be funny because like, I don't know, it's like, you were speaking something earlier and I was like, I used to pray for like the stuff I have now and I'm like, the problems, you know what I mean? But like, they weren't problems we prayed for.
They wasn't problems.
Like before, like, man,
it's like when Biggie said more problems like that. You know what he was talking about.
Man, we talk about the amount of orders. I'm like, it's funny, I was on a podcast, I'm like, what motivates you to like do what you do now? I'm like, nigga, I got 2 orders and made $6. And I said, I get 2 people, I get 4. If I get 4, I get 8.
Yeah.
16, 24, 32. And we keep it rolling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And realizing too, like, I remember I started realizing like, oh, this shit is like, you don't really gotta sell a lot to make a lot of money.
No. not in any form or fashion.
I started, sometimes I don't look like, we made what?
How many we said?
So, 40. Fuck it, I'll take that 40. Like, you know what I mean? We only sold 50 units and bet, like, let's go. Like, that was another thing. Like, yo, you don't really need to be out here, like, doing all that. That was the thing, like, when I got with Kanye, I realized that a lot of the shit, that's what I was talking about, a lot of shit that we do along our journey that we think we need to do to get to where we're trying to go, we don't gotta do. When I got to him, he didn't know who the fuck I was. He didn't give a fuck about what I was doing online. He didn't give a fuck about what I was wearing. He didn't give a fuck about what parties I had been to. He didn't give a fuck about who I knew and who I took pictures with. None of that shit mattered. He didn't even know none of that. I got to him off my hard work. All he knew was he heard about the hard work the work I was putting in. He didn't know about none of that other shit. And after I started being with him, he still didn't care about none of that shit. And as I was in his world, he still didn't. He don't care about none of that shit. It's the hard work. It's the same. It's relevant on all levels.
Showing up
Everything we trying to
consistently.
do. Showing up consistently, building worlds, changing lives, getting your creations and ideas out. A lot of the other shit that people be thinking they need to do to get to where they trying to go, it just don't fucking matter. It don't. And once I got that POV, and like I said, I haven't been to a store and shopped in like 3-4 years. Dead ass. Lately I've been to get my kid shoes and shit like that, like, cause I'm reliving all that with him, get him the Nikes and all that. First of all, I've only been wearing, cause I've been so in the Adidas family. I was under a contract with them for 3.5 years, and then I was working for Ye for 4.5 years. So basically 8 years of my life, I haven't been wearing nothing but Adidas. So I haven't even bought a sneaker. Like, you know what I'm saying? Lately, I've just been buying random Nikes here and there because it's like reliving it with my son. Like, you know what I'm saying? Buying the Barclays, buying the Retro 3s, 4s, and shit like that. But I haven't been to, that's no disrespect to no store. That's the thing. Like, I know Demon, I know Kim Jones, I know Aaron Preston, I know Jerry Lorenzo. Like, you get what I'm saying? I know Tremaine Emory. Like, you know what I mean? I know Mr. West. And so on and so on. I know Brick and Duke. Like, you know what I mean? I know Ev Brado. Like, you name the brand, I know them. If I walked into a room, not saying like niggas on my dick, but if I walked into a room and we made eye contact, yo, what's up? They know exactly who the fuck I am. Like, you get what I'm saying? So it's like the POV and perspective you operate from is just different. I've been to all the fashion shows, been to the...
It's like, what else is there to do? In that realm, at least.
Yeah, and it gives you a perspective.
Yeah.
How you cooking your dope up. Like, you get what I'm saying? It gives you a perspective. You feel me? Like, how you cooking your dope up, you like, yo, it's not that different. Niggas cooking that dope up the same way. Like,
but it's just been perceived.
It's just different.
Yeah.
You know, presentation might be a little better, budget might be a little higher. We all in this, like the Star Wars that we were just talking about earlier. The Spider-Man universe. We all Spider-Man.
But this is one from a whole different universe.
Yeah, universe is over here. Universe is all exchange. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I look at it like that. So it's like, now I'm just able to just grind. I'm like focusing on like my family, just building my brand, fully immersing myself in my brand. I'll be trying to, over the past few years, I've just been trying to flip my whole closet. Meaning like, if I had this hoodie that I really, really like from another brand, over the course of the year, I want to be replacing it with my hoodie. Yeah. I want to just be wearing my own. I'm on some Ralph Lauren shit. Like, I want to make the sheets, the pillows, the bed, the table, the this. And then the stuff that ain't going to be is either going to be vintage or my homie stuff. My homie's project. I want to just be tapped in where it's just all family type shit going on around me, what I'm doing, but I wasn't able to been through that if I wouldn't have took all the ladders. That's why I say it's no substitute.
What did you say? Every step on
the ladder matters.
Every step on the ladder.
I wouldn't be able to feel like this if I wouldn't have did all that, experienced all this.
And that's the thing.
Like,
when you try to share a knowledge with somebody, there's no way to even share it because you can't.
So you gotta let them grow.
Yeah,
you gotta let them go.
Get out the way. Go ahead.
And if they're real, they're gonna come back.
Yeah, be like, I'll peep. I understand.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, because you try to put me up.
Bro, it's like watching sports interviews and they're like, I want to give a shout out to my coach, blah, 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 blah. Back then, I ain't know what you was trying to do, but you saved my life. I love you. They be crying. Blah, blah, blah. That's how I be feeling about shit all through my life. Not just people, but places, things, all this whole journey that we on. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, literally, it's like one revolving thing.
Before we get out of here.
Before we get up out here, before we go.
Oh, you gonna pour it?
Lanterns.
Let me tell you something. What's been fucking me up this entire time?
What's that?
You have like a high top fade and dreads. And I don't know how that works because I got braids. But it's like I can see you without your dreads because I can separate it.
Oh, all right.
Like in my mind, I can separate it.
Own.
What does that mean?
One day I was on a flight.
And you start dreading your own hair?
Yep, I had like a high top, curly top.
All right, nigga.
And I literally started doing this.
I'm done with you, nigga.
Like literally, I was on there looking like ODB. My whole hair, I just twisted up, started dreading my own, and then I just got like dumb nappy. Then a couple months later, I went to an actual person, and then they started twisting my stuff up.
So when you get your hair redreaded, do you redread this? Have you ever had like your full scalp out?
Huh? Yeah, hell yeah. My hair be down. My hair just long as fuck.
Yeah, I've only ever seen you like it. Jesus Christ. See, this makes more sense now. The sticker?
Yeah. He's like, who's that nigga?
I was like, I think it's not a real person.
I'll be like this, and I'll usually have them in 2 braids, like picture, like Wendy's. I call it the Wendy's.
See, I just got these.
Yeah, you getting there. You got the starter kit.
I'm not getting dreads though, nigga.
No, I'm saying, but hair. Like,
I got the
hair.
starter kits. That's some shit to say to a nigga. that's something to say to a nigga that's very proud about where his hair growth is.
No, I'm saying in comparison. Hey, tough enough. Alright, you tough, right?
Niggas get braids every day.
Niggas get braids every day, B. You be alright. I was right there.
Alright, so the shot toast is.
Appreciate my dog pulling up on me, man. I want to say this. We literally just had this conversation yesterday.
Yeah,
Dead ass.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna be yesterday when they see it.
It's April 4th. We had this conversation April 3rd about doing the podcast.
Literally,
So we're
I'm
here.
like, yo, what's up? I'm like, bet, pull up. But that goes back to the hard work.
Yeah.
You ain't saying like, all right, bet, I'm gonna let you know, or I'm it's like that corny ass little cliche thing that be going around the meme. Like, if I text a person and they don't text me right back, I don't do business with them because that's how I know they ain't on their grind. What the fuck ever. But anyways, it kind of reminded me of that bullshit a little bit. It was like, hey, I've been 2 o'clock. I felt like you was calling my bluff. Like if I felt like if I would have been like, let's do it Saturday, we would have never did it. You'd have been like,
yeah, that nigga don't know how to do it.
You know, we just gonna do it then. It would never not. It would have been 8 episodes later. And I would have been like, yo, bro, I thought we was going. He's like, yo, I know.
I have such a passion for this shit.
That's how you do it, bro. You said something. You said, what did you say when we first got here? You said, how the work don't get done. The work, what'd you say? You was like, the work. Damn.
I don't fucking know. I wish I knew. Because that sound hard. What you talking about? It sound hard.
You said something, you dropped it real slick. Like, I mean, the work gotta get done. The work, we here. Man, I don't know. I'm gonna remember it and then I'm gonna text it.
I pray to God you do. That sound crazy.
You said
this is before we recorded.
When we first got it, when you was walking in my door, got me all up. And you was walking up on the porch, just walking in the door.
Oh, it was probably some shit.
And I was like, yo, I appreciate
how you feeling?
Up. Like, I was like, how was the ride? He's like, shit, it's cool, you know, I'm here. Shit, the work, I ain't got it. The work gotta get done. Like we gotta do it. Like, I'm here. Like, how you think it was going? I forgot exactly what I felt like it was that, like something like that, a little more smoother though. But
that's like Detroit playing. Thank you, brother. Every step on the ladder matters. I'm still that. I'm gonna make that a t-shirt.
Just send me one. Just send me one, my God. No, but that's real, bro. Every step
on the ladder matters. Jesus Christ. It's full of things.